Hey guys, welcome back to Themis and Thought. Grab your coffee, water, tea, whatever you're drinking, go and get that. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Before we get started, um, can you guys hear me? I hope you guys can hear me. If you can't, I apologize. Um, let's get started with Joe Budden. I'm gonna start with Joe Budden. Oh, there's not a lot of people in here now, so I can do the welcomes. Welcome Olivia, BD, Be, Mara, hinted by Marina. Welcome Convo. Yeah, I spoke too soon. um, hey Yasmin. That girl can't. All right, yeah, never mind. I can't do all of it now. All right. So let's do the intro with Joe Budden. Remember when Joe Budden said the following?
To the interview, he brought Drake up.
Wait, no, I don't want to play that one. Let's play when he confirmed this.
Spread the word. I like guys and girls. Spread the word.
All right. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that's what Joe Budden said. And then this is what he had to say about
Little Fizz too small.
This is what he said about Little Fizz.
You think I'm following Little Fizz?
You just ran over here showing act. Look, I follow all these motherfuckers.
Do I like skinny people?
Damn, I don't know what you do in your phone,
Little
Joe.
Fizz too small for me, man.
You know what? This nigga here.
I'll break that little boy.
All right. So at some point, thank you, by the way, BDM, BDM 92. I literally saw an S where there wasn't an S. So I was like very thank you all for being here. I just wanted I wanted to come on to talk about some stuff. I was watching Hassan Piker's YouTube, and I was looking for the debate with Andrew Tate, and I think I found it. So I'm going to play it, and we're going to watch it together. But before we do that, what's his name? Joe Budden had some words for us. He wanted to clarify some things for us. So let me play the message that Joe Budden just released this morning regarding his sexuality, because I think a lot of us were concerned. And so because so many people cared, he had to come and explain himself. So this is what Joe Budden had to say. I can't play the video, but I can play the sound. So this is what Joe Budden had to say.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen.
All right. So if you guys didn't know, now you know. You guys can go spread the word that Joe Budden, he likes women. And he does not like men no more. Well, to be fair, in the actual video, Joe Budden said he's not gay. Previous to the video, he said he was bi. So saying you're not gay doesn't mean you're not bi. I don't know if he's trying to do a word game and a gotcha moment with us. I don't care about a Joe Budden sexuality. I find it all funny. In fact, I wanted to do a short where I have Joe Budden face and that playing in the back, but I decided that would take too much effort. That would take too much effort. So Thank you, BDM. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone. I'm about to click the video to play, and then I'm gonna get into the actual video. Oh wait, no. Someone said Kodak Black had something to say. Now, I know I should be looking up what Kodak Black had to say. Sorry, I just got a message. When white people start texting you, telling you Kodak Black had something to say, look, you know we're down bad. You know we're down bad. You know we are down bad when white people start texting me, telling me that what's his name? Kodak Black had something to say about Megan Thee Stallion. Sorry, I'm gonna go to the shade room because what Kodak. All right, I already know what Kodak Black is gonna say. Kodak Black is gonna say something about hashtag free Tory Lanez. He's gonna be trying to start a movement. Tory Lanez didn't do anything. Why are we coming for Tory Lanez? I'm pretty sure. I know where Kodak Black stand on this. If Kodak Black is to go against Tory Lanez, in some ways he's going against himself. Look, like I mean, we heard it all before, right? Was it Sunshine Anderson? Like, I'm gonna go listen to it. Maybe I'm gonna react to it before we start the video. I'm gonna go look up what Kodak Black had to say. Concerned. Hey, concerned. Thank you. Let's go. Sorry, I was talking because I was trying to like quickly Google it, but I can't find it. They're sending it to me on Insta. Give me 2 seconds. Got it. All right. Period. Let me try to put this on the screen.
Just saying, like, I feel like, homie, that ain't right, homie. For real, bro. And Tory Lanez a good, bro. And it's like, if I'm gonna come out and say, if I'm gonna come out and build some shit, like, man, damn, bro, like this shit fucking with, like, my Christmas Eve, homie. Like, this shit with my Christmas Eve, cause everybody's on, it ain't even fun to speak on, but it's like, ain't finna talk about that. It's finna act like this ain't even happen. Now I don't know if I wasn't in the courtroom. But at the same time, it's like if there's some that shit going on, homie, niggas ain't gonna want to say nothing. Cause this whole politics bullshit. And then all this Jay-Z shit, homie. But bro, I don't like that shit damn bit, fam. For real, bro. Damn, I send him to jail for Christmas, man. That's fucked up, homie. That shit sad, bro. To a point like a good, you know what I mean? And then Tory Lanez, that man good, bro. And then I mean, you knowing how good of a man that is, that shit for me, homie, because I'm a good. We got a kindred spirit. Tory the type of homie, dog. That man and stop and pray on some shit. Like, man, you know what, man? Let me pray with you right quick. Oh, I like oh, but I had a dream about you. Oh, and this was on my heart to tell you, bro. Da 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 da. All type of shit. You feel me? Like, let me do. And now, I'm a God fearing. Nah, if my boy, if my dog, if my brother actually did that shit, homie, you know, God gonna see it through to where he get the justifiable like punishment he feel like he deserved for that. You know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, God got to say so. And it's like Christmas coming up. We're doing all these good charities. We done did a few of them already. And another one right now. But it's like this point to the point I don't even really even feel like I don't know. I probably still go, but it's like, damn, homie, I supposed to came to the house and like took a little nap. But it's like I walked in the house and that shit just ain't even. I'm against who hit females, who hit women.
Okay, I want to respond, but I literally don't know what. Like I don't know if I should agree with him because I heard somewhere in there he said if he did it, God will punish him or deal with it or something. But something about this is right before Christmas. I heard Jay-Z. I actually don't know if I agree or disagree. I'm pretty sure I should disagree with what he said because I heard him say kindred spirit with Tory Lanez. So he wouldn't be saying free. All right, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. Let's reload. I'm sorry. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Absolutely. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Ain't no way we're not getting to the bottom of it. We're getting to the bottom of this. Let's do it again together. Everyone get the notepads out and we're going to try to figure out what is being said together.
It's just saying like I feel like, homie, that that shit ain't right, homie. For real, bro. And Tory Lanez a couldn't, bro. And it's like if I'm gonna come out and say, if I'm gonna come out and build some shit, like, man, damn, bro, like this shit, like on Christmas Eve, homie, like this shit for my Christmas Eve, cause everybody's on, it ain't even for to speak on, but it's like I ain't finna talk about that. Finna act like this ain't even happen. Now, I don't know, but I wasn't in the courtroom. At the same time, it's like, if there is some stuff going on, then you gonna want to say, man, for this whole politics bullshit. And then all this Jay-Z shit, homie. But, bro, I don't like that shit, man, bit, man. For real, bro. Man, I'll send you to jail for Christmas, man. That's that, homie. That shit is sad, bro. Good point, like, I couldn't, you know, homie. I mean, Kodak Lanez, that man couldn't, bro. When he knowing how good of a man that is, that's I'm a good, he got a kindred spirit. Tory the type of homie, oh, that man is stopped and straight. He can like this, he pray with you like this. Oh, I let this go down and my this was on my heart to tell you that, da 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 da. All type of people, you feel me? Like, let me be on. And now, I'm a God.
I'm sorry. Give me. Wait. The American public school system should be put on trial next. It is a shame. This is not. Yeah. wait, wait. Um. So, can I tell you that I just uploaded that music to my YouTube thing, and this is the first time I think this is the first time I'm testing it live. So, period. Whatever Kodak Black said. I don't know what Kodak Black said, but whatever Kodak Black said, that's on period. So the next. Alicia, you're too innocent for this mess. The word degenerate, I think, has been overused. I think that we use the word degenerate too much, and I am not sure. Gia, thank you, by the way. I am not sure how to describe these actions without the word degenerate. So when I say actions and behaviors are degenerate, know that I don't want to say it. I want to find another word, but I've searched the English language back and front, and I can't find the word to use. So degenerate it is for now. You just showed the entire video in full context, and I'm still confused. What you say? I, I know he's saying something about locking him up before Christmas. I also know he said something about Jay-Z. I know he said something about being kindred spirit with Tory Lanez. I also know Kodak Black said something about God will handle it. I mean, one could say this is God handling it. I don't know. He said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right. Let's get into this. So before we get into like the debate, I saw a clip going around of what's his name? Akon. So the longtime artist Akon, he was popular in the early 2000s. He was supposed to build a Wakanda somewhere, but apparently he's not building this Wakanda. Instead, he's building broken homes all across the world. But that's neither here nor there. Akon went on a podcast or an interview. I don't know what it is. He was on something being interviewed by someone. And in that interview, Nick Cannon came up. Now, in the same way, oh, this is serendipity. In the same way, Kodak Black would defend, I would expect Kodak Black to defend Tory Lanez. I'm not sure what Kodak Black was doing because I don't understand what Kodak Black said. But in the way Kodak Black would defend a Tory Lanez, like I would expect that. I would also expect an Akon to defend a Nick Cannon, like birds of a feather and such, right? I don't expect these men to come out and disparage themselves. To disparage Tory Lanez, Kodak Black would have to recognize that he's disparaging himself. For Akon to disparage a Nick Cannon, like he would be disparaging himself. Like he has like 14, I don't know how many children Akon has, right? So for me, it's like, I recognize and I don't expect these men to defend a culture that would be uplifting good family, right? It would be like, well, let me not go that far, right? So like I expect that these men are going to defend their own image and their degeneracy when it's highlighted in someone else, right? This is why it's so easy for there to be a quote unquote bro code, because so many of the people who engage in the bad behavior are faced a lot of the times with pushback. And if they are to agree with the pushback about what their fellow men are doing, they would also have to acknowledge that they also engage in the behavior. And so it's easy to empathize with people, i.e. all the men empathizing with Tory Lanez when they may not do it to that degree, like shooting someone in the foot, but they have done something similar. It's very easy to empathize with Tory Lanez if you're a man who engage in bad behavior. Like, it makes sense. So long story short, I don't expect an Akon to say anything negative about what a Nick Cannon is doing. Like I just don't expect it. The bar is in hell. It's been in hell for the past, I don't know how many centuries. So like, I'm not surprised, but I haven't seen the full video. But I don't believe there's any amount of context that's going to make what he says good. So let's look into it. Let's call them critins. Thank you. What do we need to do to get Prince Petty to translate Kodak Black comments with the whiteboard? All right, I can send the invite to Prince Petty actually. If Prince Petty, Prince Petty, if you're in the chat and you understood what he was saying and you want to do it on your whiteboard for us, because I definitely don't know what he's talking about, let me know. I just sent you the link on the on Instagram. I just sent the link for the StreamYard on Instagram. Let me know, because I would sure enough would love to hear that. Thank you, Mistress Monica. she how can I translate something I don't understand? Look, you're the dust whisperer, so Satan is using the bar as his footstool. Exactly. A period. I'm gonna keep that right there. All right. So let's hear what Akon the man had to say. Also, I got an image. I don't know if I should say this on live. I've said it before. Quick note. If you match with me on a dating app, it's not me. If you match with me on a dating app, it's not me. Please feel free to take a screenshot of it and send it to my Instagram. I promise if I were on a dating app, my Instagram would be linked to it. So just for like, I don't know, whatever. But I am flattered that someone would be using my image to be out here. It's concerning. Please let me know. Report it if you see it. Send it to me so I can report it, but it's not me. So someone got too excited in my DMs talking about we matched on Tinder. No, we didn't. We did not match on Tinder. Leave me alone. Sorry. Period. I'm going to be feeling myself for a while. I promise you that. I'm going to be. Anyway, let's get back to Akon. Whew.
That's the problem right there. Women have never accepted the fact that we understand y'all better. Why do you think it's a man's world?
I don't know about you understand
No,
us
it's
better.
okay. No,
listen,
listen,
I
listen,
mean,
listen.
I was with you
No,
to this
listen,
point. And
listen,
go
listen
on.
what I'm trying to tell you.
Look, I'm being typical woman
Do
now,
you
aren't I?
believe that you understand men?
I feel like I have quite a good understanding of men.
You. Now,
Yeah.
do you believe that girlfriends understand men the way you understand?
I mean, from what I see, no, not necessarily.
Exactly. So there's a small percentage of women that understands the concept of nature in men and how it goes together.
Do you agree with like Nick Cannon and his
It is the belief, I think, that men understand women that has garnered all these podcasts online. If y'all understood women, y'all would not need to be going to these podcast men to understand women. No, men don't understand women. And I don't think women understand men. I think Black men do understand how tied Black women are to them. In the beginning of Sinji's video, she plays this guy from the UK talking about how Black men understand that Black women aren't going to go anywhere, so they don't have to be better for Black women. I do actually agree with that. I agree with the sense that I think Black men understand Black women's loyalty, and they can say otherwise online, but I think they do. They do understand it, and they take it for granted. So that, I think, if we're talking about that understanding, then agreed with Akon. But beyond that, no. No. I don't think men understand women, and I don't think women understand men, because I don't think there is a male habit and a female habit. I think people are individual, and you have to take them as they come. Period. Look at me giving y'all advice. Period. This is now a podcast for the men's and the women. The lesson of the day today is male nature and female nature. It generally doesn't exist, and you have to treat people as individual. Nothing is out here starting on period. Oh my God, wait. That is literally not even funny. I don't know why I thought that was. Period. All right, that's meaningless. Let's continue.
Spreading of his seed.
100%. I agree with him 1,000%.
Oh, but no.
That's how life is supposed to be.
No.
Why not?
Because
he's rich.
No, but this
He's
is
no.
See,
hold on,
wait.
Let me finish.
Okay, go
He's
on.
rich. He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he takes care of everyone else's children.
No, but this is the
And the baby mothers with it.
No.
And they hurt for nothing and they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about
Look, we gonna have to go back over this. The way I was laughing, I wasn't even focusing on this, and apparently he's gotten to the part where he's saying, "You're rich, so you can have a bunch of children," and I didn't hear it. So let's go back. Just go ahead and add dating coach to your period. Let me go spread the word. Thimacinto. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, wait. Serious face on. Let's do it. Let's watch now.
Like Nick Cannon and his spreading of his seed.
100%. I agree with him 1,000%.
Oh, but no.
That's how life is supposed to be.
No.
Why not?
Because
he's rich.
No, but this
He's
is
no.
See,
hold on,
wait.
Let me finish.
Okay, go on.
He's rich. He's responsible.
Is he?
Yes, he takes.
How are you responsible? Not right now.
Care of everyone else's
but
children.
No, but this is the
And the baby mothers with it. And they hurt for nothing and they live comfortably.
No, but what about the kids though?
What about them?
Because this is what I mean about men, right? You guys think that just having kids and giving money is enough.
Please tell me y'all heard this. What about the kids? Akon said, what about the kids? Oh my God. Okay, so maybe women don't understand these men. Because this woman is like, the kids need love and affection and attention, and the father needs to be there. And the men are like, these men, not men. These men are like, wait, children need to be hugged. Children need to be shown love. Look, y'all can't make this up. I think I've solved the degeneracy. I think I've solved the issue. I think everyone is right. Every time I heard Republicans say that the issue with society is the broken family, right? The breakdown in the family is what is causing issues within the society. I've always thought that was too much of an oversimplification of a very complex problem regarding capitalism, government involvement, and also family, right? I thought it was an oversimplification. I still do. But if these are the mindset, if this is the mindset of men, then maybe the fundamental issue is the breakdown in the family, because this don't make no sense. The fact that he's so confidently sitting, like you can say, oh, I agree with Nick Cannon because of blah, or nothing you say about agreeing with Nick Cannon would be right. But for you to be advocating for degeneracy is ridiculous. So this might be why there are men who think paying child support is being an active father. Wait, let's go back. Let's go back to this, the government survey that everyone in the manosphere is like bringing up, and like Black men are the most active father. Look, while the research is not generalizable, while it was self-reported, while the report itself says not to generalize because of the sample size, all of that is true. But let's think about this for a second. I believe if you extend the research more broadly to make it generalizable, I don't think much would change. I really don't think much would change. I've actually, this is not research, this is not generalizable, right? Because when I've asked, when I was in New York, I think I told you guys about this before. I was just randomly walking up to Black people and white people, Black men and white men. I probably should have added more race in there, but like not generalizable, probably 30 people, like equally 15 Black, 15 white, right? Every single Black, white person that I asked, every single one said they don't believe they were an active enough father, right? Every single but one. I don't remember this person's answer, so I'm going to say but one. Every single Black man I said the opposite. So, but then when you ask them, they'll tell you that the baby mother don't want them to be around, right? And obviously I'm like just talking to them, but like, and I'm not pushing back because I just want them to be honest. And I kind of pretended, this is bad, but I kind of pretended like, oh yeah, I'm understanding what you're saying. But they were saying, oh, the baby mama don't want me to be around and blah, blah, blah. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, but you just told me you're an active father, because I wanted to test if I was right about the kinds of people who would say yes versus those who would say no. And there might be an issue in socioeconomic status and why certain people will give certain answers because of political correctness. There's a ton of factors. So this is not, I probably shouldn't even talk about this because this is not good enough of a sample size or anything. There's not enough sort of questions that I asked that would filter for some of the issues in it. Anywho, long story short, the men who said they were active were not active. The men who said they wish they had more time to be active fathers tuck their daughters and sons in at night. It's weird. It's very strange to me that like the people who are saying the woman is actually preventing me from being there and being in my child's life. So you literally are not in your child's life. Even though you cannot be there, you could say, I am not active because of the mother. But they said they were active. That bothers me. That bothers me. And a lot of them were paying child support. It makes sense when I'm listening to Akon talking about the father's role is to provide. If that's true, then if people believe that their role is only to provide, there is a belief, I think, that paying child support is enough. I might need to take my camera back up to New York when I go, and I should do this interview again. I think I should do this. Oh my God, I should do this. I think I'm going to do this. I don't know when. It's not going to be in this cold, but I'm going to do this. Drop a 1 if I should do these interviews and drop a 2 if I shouldn't. Let's do that. Drop a 1 if I should interview random Black men and random other races of men and ask them about how active a father they are. Like, this won't be research in the strictest sense, but it will give us a baseline for how people describe being active or not. I am not going to mess with the results. Also, I see a bunch of 1s. Also, if I am doing it, when I'm doing it, I will not be pushing back. Because when you push back, people go on the defensive. I think I should allow people to talk and just ask the questions broadly. All right, great. If you're in the Discord, when we, next year, when we start the Discord, we will go through it. We'll do it. All right, we're gonna do it. Street interview gang. I hate this, but I'm gonna do it. What we're gonna do is when I start the Discord, we will workshop the questions. So even though it's not research, we're going to get as close to being a good study as we can. So look out for that. Please remind me, I'm not writing it down right now. Anywho, let's get back to this.
But what about the time?
He's there for every one
They
of them.
How? There's no way that you can
Are
be.
you serious?
Are you
Nick is there for every single one of those kids.
There's no way that you can have
Yes,
12
it is.
kids.
I got 9, and I'm there for every one of mine.
So every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white.
Okay, that question was off. Even if you have one child, you probably won't make it to every single recital. She should have made it more broad, right? Say, are you there for their birthdays? Can you be there for their games? Can you go to their school? If there's an issue, do you take them to the hospital, right? I think she should have broadened it, but not make it like impossible even for fathers who are actively involved in their children's life. But his answer, he said, wait, this is a clip that I saw, by the way, right here.
No way that you could have
Yes,
12
it is.
kids.
I got 9, and I'm there for every one of mine.
So every single time you're at every single recital.
No, that's a white man's thing. Who gives
Oh.
a fuck about a recital?
No.
My job, oh no, seriously, my job is to, listen, my job is to.
Let's ignore the fact that he has 9 children. I would, my very next question, because I am nosy, my very next question would, be, how many baby mothers do you have? That I would have asked. And do they live in the same home? How are you there for all of them? But that's not the problem. When you say being there for your children's recital, it's a white man's thing. I don't know if these men have developed, like, some of my fondest memories, I was crap. Like, I was, put me on a stage and I'm going to mess it up. But my mom, bless her heart, she could make it to a lot of things because when she wasn't at work, she was in school, blah blah blah. But my uncles, I don't talk about my dad on here because he said not to. But people showed up for me, and it's those memories when I was a child that I look back on and I know that I was loved and cared for, right? When I came to the US and lived with my mom, she made it a part of her sort of life, really, to make sure she shows up to school like once or twice a week, get to know the teachers, like get to know other students' parents, and like there was a community that was being built around me to make sure that I could succeed. That took more than my mother, right? And I'm taken aback by the idea that there are men in this world who have children who believe that they do not have to physically invest in the child. Like, I am concerned that this is a thing. Like, I cannot believe that this is a thing, that people actually think they can have children and throw money there. And Akon, like, let's be clear about the money. Let me look this up. Let me not lie on Akon. Let's see, Akon's network. Because isn't Akon supposed to be building a city? I feel like Akon is supposed to be building a city. All right. Akon is, the last time I checked, he was in a ton of debt, but apparently he's rich now. He's worth $60 million. So he is rich. Nick Cannon is also rich. So having money is it. Like, the bar is, if you have money and you can provide financially, then you can have as many children as you want or as you can afford to pay for. Nothing about their psychological development, their physical development, social development, none of that. Got it. I didn't know Akon was that had that much money, period. So all those blogs talking about he was broke or something is lying. Someone said 60 million isn't enough to build a Wakanda. Look, we're gonna be living in sheds because girl, Akon said he's building a city, period. Why did people say he was broke? That's weird. I'm glad I looked that up instead of just saying it.
raise my kids.
No, but this is
Hold on.
Go
to be
on.
responsible,
Yeah.
to be understanding, to protect their mother.
Girl, how can you raise your kids to be responsible, to protect their mother, all of that stuff? How can you do that when you are not physically there? Like, that doesn't make sense. His clarification, by the way, the added context now to this video is literally him trying to walk back the fact that he's not going to physically be there. Amazingly, when a black father says, my job as a father or husband is, the rest will undoubtedly be a short AF lift of what he's doing. Yeah.
To to give hand with their father and assist with family planning and to be responsible adults.
Okay, but what
My
about
job ain't to
quality
be
time?
doing all that extra stuff that all
But
these
what about-
holidays and recitals
No, but
and all
it
that. Now,
is,
guess
though.
what? While I'm taking care of
Girl, this man said he doesn't have to be there for these holidays. I don't think these people understand children. I don't think they understand anything about like psychological development of children. There was a Psych 101 course about child development. I cannot believe, I mean, most of these people probably don't go to college, so there's that. Thank you, by the way, Ill Doctrine. Mai said, there's also imposter syndrome going on. They don't know how to be a father, teach their sons to change oil in a car, fix things around the house, be responsible, show up, ride for women, so they don't show up to not be out. Yeah, well, actually, yes. And also, they will make it not a part of their duty when they're articulating what their duty is, because to say it is to acknowledge that you also can't do it, right? Like, let's be real. Like, let's be real right now. Akon has 9 children. I'm assuming they're all not by the same woman. I can Google this right now, but I'm not about to Google it. And someone can Google and put in the chat, and I will look for it. How many baby mothers does Akon have, right? Because I'm not about to do it. So do that. If they're not in the same home, the reality is you cannot physically be there for all of them whenever they need you. I don't say when they want you, when they need you, right? You can't do that. So for Akon, that realization means he does not have to be there if he wants to consider himself a good father. Because if a good father shows up for the child when the child is in need, right? If the good father does that, then he is not a good father. So to make him be a good father, for him to be a good father, he has to prove to you that showing up to the child's recital, showing up to the child game, tucking the child in at night, teaching the child to read consistently, that is not a requirement to be a good father, because if it is, he is failing. Period. Period. This is not even the bare minimum. Talking. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. Y'all are really, like, I appreciate this. I made a vow to read every single super chat because I think I've been a bit disrespectful in kind of like, oh, I don't need to read the super chat. So for every super chat that comes in, if I have to stay, please don't test me today. Don't do that. But for every single super chat, I will read them. Thank you so much, particularly now that I learned how to save them. This is how the generational trauma yeah, period. I don't even have to say anything more. Let's continue.
My responsibility to make sure the family has a roof over their head and food. If I have the time to do that and show love, yes, I will do that. But my responsibility is to make sure that they grow up responsible, strong, and become a real, input to society.
Yeah, but you're not then, if you're not around.
You better become an input to society. Let me not be petty.
Around them enough to give them
That's
emotion.
false. That's not true. Because communication allows me to be there every day.
Yes.
FaceTime phone is for.
No, but that's not the same as if
It
you
is the
had
same.
no.
Listen,
Akon.
oh, no,
Wait,
no.
let me
Okay.
finish.
No,
Let me
real
finish.
quick,
Let me
real
finish.
quick.
Let
I'm
me
gonna
finish.
cut you off real quick. This is very important.
No, but
No.
okay, go on.
It's very important. The reason why.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying, Maya. I'm saying thank you, but I said I would read all of them. So I'm thinking people are gonna do like all $1 to test to see if I'm gonna do it. No, I truly appreciate it. Like I've been ungrateful for too long. And you guys have been amazing and stuck with you stood beside him. So I appreciate it.
I see people like me can't spend every single day and minute with their children because the mother's job is to be there with the children. I'm the man. My job is to provide comfort so the mother can provide and raise those children to be like me. Now, if it's a man, when
The mother's job is to raise the children to be like the man. Wait. Hold up. The mother's job is to raise the children to be like the man. But the man is not going to be raising. Wouldn't it be better for you to raise your child if you want the child to be like you? Like, I don't. Now, not to mention, most people can't even meet the requirements for providing as a single provider household. Like, literally. I have never, very few times has it been the case where someone says something that I find so idiotic that my brain is jumbled and the words aren't coming out one after the other. Like the way he's annoying me, the words. So the woman's job is to raise the children, I'm assuming the boys, to be like the man. So if the man is only there to provide, this is probably why they all blame women for how the child turns out, because in their mind, they are just the semen donor and you are the one responsible for the rearing of the child. That's it. Even the 1950s archetype for a family where the woman is the stay-at-home wife and the man goes out, even in that sort of representation, the man is deeply involved in at least the punishment of children daily, right? Like the mother would tell the father in this idealistic 1950s world who comes home from work what the child did, and the child would the father would engage in punishment. The father sits at the dinner table with the mother and the child and listens, though not actively listening, to what happened to the child at school, and then he talks about his day at work, and they talk about everyone. The mother obviously does not get to talk in the scenario. But even in that patriarchal, sexist archetype, there is a father that is semi-active. These men want to do the bare minimum and get away with it. That's all that is.
when a child gets to a certain age, as a man, that's my responsibility now to show him what a man's role and responsibility is. But you can't expect.
So you think you're going to leave the child with the mother until he comes of age, and then he's gonna start listening to you? You think you're going to leave the mother to raise the child, and then when the child is of age, he's going to start listening to you. This, by the way, should I do this? I don't remember. I think his name is Combs or something. I don't remember this comedian's name. He said the same thing. He said the same thing where he was like, oh, I just have the child, drop the child off, disappear, and when the child grows up, we can be friends. And then in the same breath, he started talking about how welfare took him out of the home. All right, y'all don't see the similarities. I'll let it go. I might be just talking to myself here. Shoot in the Breeze says, these are the same type of men who will complain that women can't raise boys up. Need to good men, but not want to be engaged and involved. This clownish, yeah. But if they make this up, they can never lose, right? They can always blame the woman for whatever happens. And when the boy comes of age and does well, they can claim credit for it. And boys are going to grow up and blame the mother for how they turn out and say they wish their dad was there. But like, y'all heard your dad. Your dad said he's not about to raise you. Like, y'all need to stop. Your father, Corey Holmes, yeah. Your father said he's not about to raise you. Yeah, I can go be mad.
The man to conquer the world if he's home with children.
Okay, but
Girl, not y'all talking about conquering the world. Please don't do. I'm not getting into this, talking about how's the man gonna conquer the world when he's home raising children. What world? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna have y'all. I'm not doing it. Let these people go conquer the world. These men are conquering the world. That's what they're doing. I don't. Do I laugh or cry? I don't know.
But if you had 2 children, then maybe the 2 children can come with you all over the world.
Well, why would you want to take children all over the world with a man?
Oh,
that's so womanistic and woman. What man do you know is gonna ride around here with their children? Like that don't. You know how weak that looks for them. That's
All right. So apparently I'm not a man, but I promise you wherever I'm going, my child is going with me. So, this is the part that I don't understand. Men are coming on here and they're crying about how the woman kept their mother away from, the woman kept their father away from them. And they're complaining and crying and moaning and blah, blah, blah. And my dad wanted to take me with him and y'all didn't let my dad take him with me and blah, 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 blah. Can y'all hear, like these men are saying it with their whole chest on Beyonce's internet. It looks weak for them to be traveling around with you. Literally, this man who said he has 9 children, what's his name, Combs, whatever his name is, also said the same thing. These men do not believe it is their responsibility to physically be there with you. I'm not saying this means that's why they up and leave, right? Because some of them who leave are complaining about child support, so they don't even want to do the bare minimum here. But the reality is a lot of these men do not want to raise children, right? A lot of these men do not want to raise children. And when I hear people online talking about how the justice system is unfair because when it comes to specifically child custody, right? When it comes to child custody, the court gives the woman physical custody of the child more often than not. And they think that this proves that the system is in favor of the woman. But ask them directly and they will tell you they don't want to take care of the children. They don't want to raise the children. They don't believe it is a man's responsibility to raise the children. So it sounds like the people who built the system recognize that they don't want children. They don't want, and this is not a black or white thing, by the way, because black men did not create the system. But I think there is a fundamental understanding, at least before the 1960s, right? Before the 1950s, and I'm not talking about slavery or the civil rights movement. I'm talking about the recognition of women as full human beings, right? Outside of raising a family. The system was specifically designed, in my opinion, to disenfranchise women by making them the primary caretaker in the event of a divorce. This is in men's benefit. You are not going to convince me. There is absolutely no one on here that is about to convince me that you getting physical custody of the child is a benefit. There is no woman on here that's going to convince me that. You're not going to convince me that you getting physical custody of the child helps you as a general matter. Now, if you're with a rich man and you're attempting to get money from him, child support or whatever, then fine. That's that on that. But as a general matter, you getting physical custody, one, we are socializing women to believe that they should have the custody, physical custody of the child. That, again, works in the benefit of the man. The system is going to allocate physical custody to you. Again, that is in the best interest of the man. I would like someone to come and argue that at some point. Please remember that I said that. So if I don't remember, you can remember and come up and argue that. Hey, the rock girl. I wish you were here the other day. I had so much reading. I hate reading out loud.
No. Like, who does that? Like, listen.
No,
you mean to tell me, as a woman, you're going to just pass your responsibility to me? No, take the kids to work?
No. What I'm saying is, okay.
No. As a woman, she's passing your responsibility to you. What do you mean you're going to pass your responsibility? Kids, these men don't want y'all. Y'all need to stop crying online talking about how your mom prevented your dad from. They generally didn't want to be there. I'm not saying every single one. I'm sure there's some men who want to be there. I'm sure there's some women who became selfish or annoyed or start playing games with the child. But these men don't want to be there. They just want progeny. They do not progeny. They do not want to build generational legacy. This is just one of many things not building up the black. Yeah. Every other community, it seems, at least in the United States, are attempting at least. Sorry, something just got recommended to me. It seems, everyone, it seems, in the United States. It seems like everyone else in the US is reacclimating to the changing society. Forget the bare minimum from these wealthy men. Let's think about how the society has changed. One major thing is inflation, right? And the cost of living. And the reality that comes from this is both men and women generally have to engage in some kind of employment outside of the household to bring money into the household. So now we are in a paradigm where both men and women have to work. The issue I am having is the second shift, right? Feminist writers put it out there in this term where women still feel the responsibility is their own to come home, cook, clean, and raise the children, while also providing 50%. Yeah, I can't. This is not even fair. This is not even fair. So you're providing 50% of the finances, but you're also continuing your traditional roles. Is Obi here? Obi coined the term submissive provider. I don't know if Obi is here, but Obi came up with the phrase submissive provider. It seems like a lot of women are now submissive providers. Like, people are talking about how we need to switch society back in favor of men because men feel unwanted. Part of that is, part of the feeling unwanted is because women are carrying the load that men used to once carry while also carrying their own. Y'all can have it. Period.
Listening.
Is that fair enough? You're saying multiple wives and all these things, great, right? And you've got your kids. But I'm saying that there has to be a level of actual presence that you are there in your child's life.
there.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about in general now,
But
okay?
most men with multiple wives are there.
No, but if you have 12 kids, there's no way that you are able to give your 12 kids the same amount of attention.
Can I tell you something?
Wait a minute.
I know parents with 2 kids and they don't give them the same amount of attention.
That's fine. That's cool. But
Every child.
Yes. And those are bad parents. I know a parent, 2 parents with 1 child, and none of them shows up for that child. Those are bad parents. Similarly, having 9 children and not showing up for any of them makes you a bad parent. And even if you want to be a good parent, it is harder, much, much harder to be a good parent to 9 children. I don't know why he's doing the whataboutism. Oh, I know parents who have 2 children and don't show up for them. Yeah, they're a bad parent. They're a bad parent. Like, what do you mean? It's not giving what you think it's gonna give. I would just want to hear this young woman complete one sentence, just one. Please keep in mind, we women are too emotional, can't control it. Yeah, no. You're right. But if she completes a sentence, it's going to make him look bad. So it's her show, and she should be able to complete a thought, a sentence. She should be able to get to a comma in a sentence. But in his defense, if she does that, he looks bad. Shanae Young, thank you so much. I'm kidding, by the way, but I hope it's recognized that I'm joking. Like, she should be able to complete a thought at least, and that's on comma.
Attention gives. No, listen. Every child, you give them the attention that's needed for them.
Let's pause for the cause. Her face is my face right now. That this is the face of pure and utter confusion. This is the oh wait, this is taking too long. Absolutely not. I feel like I've given him enough context. We are 1 hour in and we haven't even gotten to the point of this live stream. We are 1 hour in and we haven't even gotten to the point of this live. Look, if I had a farm and I need laborers on the farm, then I'll have the children to go work the fields. Because I'm not about to go out there and farm the land. Maybe Akon and Nick Cannon have a farm somewhere out there. Thank you, by the way. I need Themis to come out with that on Comma t-shirt. Oh my God. I mean, we just talk mess during the day. It's not like, oh my God, these live stream are that structured. This is all a mess. We're in mess or whatever. So there might not be merch anytime soon. I didn't realize when you try to do merchandising for your YouTube channel, all you do is stick things on to pre-made products. I didn't realize that. Actually, I bet they use your carnival photos to catfish. Period. And period. As they should. So I'm not going to talk about Akon anymore. Degenerate. I'm not doing that. But let me refresh. I'm going to do this twice. Thank you, Wake Up Makeup Slay. I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do an intro because I want to talk about merch because I'm very annoyed about this. And then we'll come back and then we'll go into the debate. So if you're here for the debate between Hassan and Andrew Tate, then it's coming up in a minute. So Stay tuned. All right. So, I went to my therapist. I talked to people. I was on my Discord. I talked to my moderators for the podcast. I was talking to a bunch of people about this, right? I came back and I'm like, okay, great. I don't feel too good about this, but I am going to do my merch. People have been asking for merch. Let me do merch because period. We're building a community here. We're gonna build this out and we're gonna do things. We're going to get some of the money from that and we're going to start building a scholarship and donating to people going to school. Like I had it all planned out, right? I still have it planned out, but the merch part is annoying. So I go back. I have a book. I could go get it now, but I can't show it anyway. I have my book of clothing and things that I wanted. I've been curating a ton of outfits and shirts and hats and shoes that I want. I've custom made a lot of my own suits. I've custom made a lot of my shirts with my initials on the collar and on the sleeve. I've done a lot of that, right? So I am thinking, oh, I just need a manufacturer and I'll send them my designs with what I want printed on it. And so I'm sitting here designing, and like redoing some of my designs for myself for both men and women. And I'm going through. I go on, I'm not going to tell you, 3 of them. I go on 3 of these websites, and there is absolutely nowhere where you can like create your original design, have them create it, send it back to you so you can like test it out for approval. Literally, they have a bunch of pre-made hoodies and like t-shirts and cups and hats and they're like and socks, and they're like, oh, you can just print your name on this and print. Girl, what? I'm not a I was like, absolutely not. So I called one of them and we're negotiating, right? And essentially, I'm not a big enough channel for them to think it's going to sell, for them to adjust what standard, the sort of standard set of products that they have for all content creators. So I was like, okay, bye. But before I go, they were like, oh, what you're thinking about doing is a fashion line. I'm like, no. It's not a fashion line. I'm not trying to design like, I just want things that I would wear. I want those made and for people to be able to buy it through your site. That's it. Like, just do what you normally do, but like make the things that I want you to. Girl, they were like, no. They said no with a quickness. I've never felt so bad. So those merch might not be coming. I need to call Hafiz. Can someone get me in contact with Hafiz? But I feel like even his suits probably are like, I don't know how involved he is in the designing of his suits. I don't know. But like, I want creative control. Like it sucks because like even when I went to buy to support other content creators, was I like no, actually I probably shouldn't say this. I'm gonna say it. We're being messy. I didn't realize I was just buying other people's stuff and like all you did was put your stamp your name on it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to do that. I could do the hat and the cup. Like you know me, I'm here for a random kind of cup. But I can only do the hat and the cup. Because if I give you the hoodie, I won't be wearing that hoodie. Like I don't wear a hood. Like I have 3 hoodies. Like one is from my university, one is from my job, and one is from all 3 of them were given to me. Like I've only bought one hoodie in my entire life, and it was a friend of mine. Her daughter was with me. It got rainy, and she picked out a hood with one of the Smurfs And I bought a hoodie with a Smurf because she liked it. I don't wear hoodies. Like, I'm not about to me out here selling hoodies. Like, yeah, you can buy it, but I'm not gonna wear it. Like, I'm telling you, if you want it and I'm selling it, I'm not going to wear it. I don't wear hoodies. Like anywho, the best argument for divestment is from Skin. Want black men to help physically raise children. Don't expect it from black men. That's white men stuff. I'm so happy these are telling on themselves. This actually, I hate to admit this, but if this is true what he's saying, yes, you are correct. Skin equals Akon. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. Oh my God. So, look, I'm not going to do the voting. I'm not doing the voting because it's not fair to ask. And I think you guys are going to just do it because you want to support and help me. So I'm not doing a voting. I will, if I find a company where I can design, then yes. It's probably not going to happen until I grow big enough where I can like walk in and say, I have this many subscribers, because apparently that's the thing. I have this many subscribers, so now you have to respect me, I guess. I was going to throw the law degree around some, but I decided not to because I was like, yeah, no, this is not the time or the place. But that sucks. Someone literally told me that like I'm not big enough, but they had a reason. They were like, it's not going to sell, and I was like, y'all don't know my y'all don't know my subscribers, but I'm not gonna do it because I wanted it. Like, at least give me a button down. At least give me a button down. Like I need and a vest. You know me, I'm good for a vest. Give me a turtleneck. I'm sorry, like. If I'm selling clothes and there's no turtleneck in it, like, I'm lying to y'all. I'm lying to y'all. If I'm selling clothes and there is no turtlenecks in there, I am lying to y'all. It is what it is. Like, what? Anywho, so that's not gonna happen. That's not going to happen. Okay, Timus, make phone cases with your catchphrase. We're not doing that. Oh, I do love a phone case. Look at mine. This is also my wallet. I do love a phone case now. Bring your group together with custom t-shirts. Oh. So as we're talking, someone just messaged me about how to make custom t-shirts. So we might get into this. I'm going to look. I'm not going to show you the name, but someone just texted me that. So, okay, let me do this. If you know any manufacturers who would allow me to make these, like, turtlenecks, I definitely want turtlenecks, button down, a sweater vest would be great. Yeah, those are the 3 must-haves for me. The other things I can deal with because I don't need too much, period. The phone case thing, I might actually do next year then. Thank you. I didn't even think about that because I do like phone case and cups. I don't know. I'm trying to start a fund, by the way, where we help people. Thank you. Who was that? Kaya, I appreciate that. I'm trying to start a fund where we raise money and you guys will see the fund and we will sponsor 3 or 4 people. Depending on how much money is in the fund, you guys will see it. And we'll sponsor people going into university each semester, right? So throughout the year, we will be raising money, and each semester we will pick winners from our community and we will give that to them. So I'm here for it. All right. When we build up the Discord, we'll discuss this some more. Anyway. Is one way to sell merch. Prince too. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Let's get into the mess now. So Andrew Tate. Oh, let's refresh. Let's refresh. All right. So I am going through Hassan's page, and apparently he did a debate. This says round 2. Is this the one? Maybe not. He did a debate with Andrew Tate. So let's watch it together.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Have a good night.
I've never seen a man act so hysterical. I thought he was such a big boy. What happened?
Round 2. Fight!
Sorry, just one way.
Mr. Tate,
Yep.
Hassan would like to join.
NANI?
Oh, shit. Oh my god. Hey, dude, pull out your resident sleep.
Let's do a deal. We can bring your mate. If he keeps interrupting, and if he gets super boring, just kick him.
Okay,
If you
fine,
promise,
fine. Look, fine. So the disclaimer is Hassan, Andrew. I don't know if you heard it. Go ahead, Andrew, tell him.
like it's 6:16 a.m. We're having fun. We can do like some.
All right. Can I be petty? I'm going to be petty just a little bit. I don't like to be in mess, but I do like to watch mess. And I usually find mess entertaining. I don't understand what's happening. This seems like some high school foolishness. Sorry. This feels like some high school foolishness. Like, all right, let's quit my job so I can catch live. I love you so much. Oh, please don't quit your job. Don't worry. If you quit your job, you might be one of the people we sponsor each semester. Wait. Who edited this? Who put this together? Because it's not. Oh my god.
If we want whatever, but it can't.
No. I'm not even trying to debate. I just was trying to get Aiden to say that you were coping about the mic thing, but he refused to say it.
Watch the first one. Yeah, this is only 13 minutes. I'll find the next one. I want to see where this is going, but it looks a mess for me. Like, it's not giving, at least in the manosphere, when I go to the manosphere, it gives, well, it gives degeneracy, actually. But, like, this feels very high school. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm watching this and the sound effect and all of that, and it just feels like, ooh. It's not giving what needs to be gave.
We can, but no, I do.
Fix it, Fix it, it's echo cancellation. It's gone.
Okay, well, I do gotta admit that no, it does take balls to then say that you would be down to debate me or have a conversation with me next time around. So props to you on that one for sure. We can do it at a different time. You know what I mean? We can do it at a different time. I just wanted to point that out. Aiden, you're a pussy, bro. Oh my god.
That's my boy. Don't come gunning.
That's your boy. You were literally top G'ing him like he's your girlfriend, talking about how you're taking all of his stream revenue.
He's obviously not. I've never paid him a dime. Obviously, I'm
God damn, man. God damn.
We need then if you're gonna do like that, we need to give him the final boss. Then we need to bring if he's able to crack some of the arguments. We gotta bring.
Are these grown people? I'm so confused. All right, I want to apologize to the gamer community. The only game I play is Mario Go-Kart, Mario All-Star, Mario Super Brothers, Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance, Ultimate, and Gold, Killer Instinct, and Golden Eye 007. All of these are Nintendo's and Super Nintendo. Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo game. I still have my vintage games in my room currently, and I play them once every 3 years at some point. I appreciate gamers, but every time I watch game, like I get dizzy and my stomach aches a little. So like it's not that I don't like gaming. It's like if I'm watching, I forgot what that popular game. There's a popular shooting game that everyone plays. Every time I watch it, I get like sick, like almost like motion sickness. So like I don't know what. So to this community, what I'm saying is apologies, don't drag me, because I literally don't. Like, if this is how people behave in the gaming community and this is a part of their shtick, period. Go off. GTA, yeah. No. Grand Theft Auto, I like Grand Theft. Fortnite. If I've watched people play Fortnite and it just like makes me ill. Like, I can't watch games, right? And I can't play Fortnite. It makes me sick. So that. So please, I'm just like an old man who don't know how to game. Like, it's just not in my blood, apparently. So like, please don't drag me. And I'm not meaning to drag you, but this feels childish. So this feels like a bunch of children going back and forth online. Like, it's the first debate called I Made Andrew Tate Run from a Debate. All right, I'll go there, but I want to see what's happening here because we already started. I have to apologize to the gaming community because apparently I'll get canceled.
Destiny, midway through the fucking run. Destiny will be your arguer.
Oh yeah, you wanna bring a band streamer? Who the fuck is Destiny?
Listen, I'm not a pussy. I never paid him a dime. Oh, do you want to say? I don't know what that word. It might be like a little secret, like slang word. I don't know what that is.
What? Copium?
No, but you were just saying like tell him his. You kept spamming.
No, I just say he was coping. Like he was coping. He was saying like, oh, my mic's not working. Real man, real alpha. I'm a member of Hustlers University now. Okay, a real top G does not make excuses. He gets better.
It's not excuses. It's just I needed to work out why, not just for you, but in general on every stream I do. Because I'm new to Twitch. Whenever I'm talking at the same time as someone else, you can only hear them and not me. I think excuses fixed it. Now we'll have to test it. Someone else is going to have to talk. We'll have to test it. But it wasn't even particularly about your debate. Welcome to Hustlers University, my friend. Hopefully you can, be a brokey.
Hold on a second. How am I dick riding you? How?
Because that's what they don't want anyone to
Hold
agree
on a
with.
second. If I drink, wait, is me drinking sparkling water now dick sucking? Okay.
Yeah, it's dick riding, 100%.
Hold on.
Don't let people disrespect you on your own stream. Is what I'm saying.
Hassan, real quick. I always wanted to ask you this question. Who did you vote for?
Joe Biden.
I voted for Joe Biden.
I voted for Kanye.
Nice.
Okay, that's okay. Over.
Hassan, do you think Joe Biden's the president?
No.
That's it.
Fucking dog shit.
All right, at least you're not completely insane. Then okay, there's some hope for our conversations in the future. I want to talk about Hustlers University, guys. Listen, I only have 100.
All right, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna go to. All right, let me skip through some, and I'm so I'm so confused. What are we watching? What are we? Is this platform that much? Is this elitist? How old are these? Are these? Wait, I have so many questions. All right. How old are these people? Are these huge streamers? I know Hassan and Andrew Tate are like large. I guess he's on Twitch now. What is happening? Are they like older? Are they like, if you're 25 and over, this conversation seems odd to be having. Are sentences being formulated? Like, I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. All right. Anywho, let's continue. I'm gonna skip through. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I want to. And oh, there's over 1,000 people in here. I apologize to you in advance, but I need to see what's happening.
1,000 students. I want to draw money. Join the program.
If you want to,
Are you making the money? Are you making the money through affiliate codes, or are you actually making money?
I'm actually making money.
Not through
How?
affiliate codes. You're like,
I don't know what the fuck. Like, I joined the out broker. Like, how would that have possible?
So we have a positive review and a negative review, and then we have Hassan in the middle who thinks it's all a big scam.
no, I know it's a scam, brother. I know it's a scam. Come on. I mean,
why-
is it? Look. It's not even a new one. Our fucking parents. There's probably kids in this chat right now whose moms and dads did a version of this called Herbalife, Amway. It has existed throughout time. A multi-level marketing scheme.
Yep, there was like
where
5 of them in my neighborhood.
You're wrong, but let's discuss.
What did you?
I
Don't
told
buy
you to
that
join.
shit.
No, I'm absolutely not gonna do that. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. Nope. Nope. All right, let me skip through this. Her first normal take. Oh wait, he debated Candace Owens. Oh. All right, wait, this is the first debate. You said I made Andrew Tate run away. Let me skip through and see if anything happens. Oh my God, I'm skipping through and it looks like these a bunch of people. So is it him and a bunch of people debating? This is too much. Like, there are too many people. There's too much happening on the screen. Like, too many people are talking. I can't do it. I don't have ADHD or whatever. But even for me, it's like, it's too much. There's too much happening. If this is anything like the first one, I can't do it. Like, I can't get through a full video of just people saying nothing. All right, let's try this.
Work as you're doing the rounds on Twitch here, and a lot of the things that you said that you've been called out on, specifically in regards to like women driving, as a matter of fact, are just generally untrue. There's no empirical evidence to back up those claims, which is why you resort to anecdotes quite frequently and say things like, "Oh, well, it's just common sense, right?" But it's not technically common sense. It's just your personal opinion.
Completely. My personal opinion based on my personal biases and my life experience.
Yeah.
When I say these, yeah, exactly. When I say these things, X amount of people agree with me and X amount of people disagree with me. That's fine, and that's the same with nearly any statement in the world.
Okay,
I
but
can say the world is round, and there'll be a percentage of people who disagree with me. That's totally fine. I come on here and talk about my own personal experiences. My experience has been a better drivers than women. I'm not saying there's no good female drivers. I'm not saying female can't
No.
drive a car.
You're misunderstanding what I'm
Oh, I changed the speed and he was talking too fast. I'm sorry.
saying. There is a truth, and then there is your own personal experiences backed by anecdotes, right? Or your own personal opinion backed by anecdotes from your own personal experiences. Now, your own personal experiences are oftentimes going to be incorrect and not close to the reality. That's why there's an entire field of statistical analysis. That's why we do empirical. That's why we rely on empirical evidence when we're making decisions. Why? Because we all carry a bunch of personal biases, and when we analyze situations, we do not have enough scope to grasp the entirety of the situation. We cannot comprehend it with our human brains.
Oh,
I agree with Hassan here. The reason we have any kind of statistical analysis is because we're limited in our views as individual. Our individual experience is not always generalizable. So while your experience is true, you are experiencing that which you're experiencing, and it is true for you, and you should behave accordingly. That it is also happening to every other person who is like you or similarly situated is not always true, and therefore we have stats to generalize. Hassan, 1 point. Andrew Tate just said he's talking about his own personal experiences. So I wouldn't say he loses a point or gains a point. They don't seem to be disagreeing yet to me. Yeah.
Is why when it comes to women driving, it's a funny point because the truth is different. The truth is the exact opposite.
No. Listen. First things first. There's lies, there's damn lies, there's sure you've heard that from Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're
Mhm.
deriving.
You
You're
can
deriving
massage.
your,
Yeah, you can massage
you're deriving,
numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from an internet study on a bunch of different things. The truth of life, the truth you experience as an individual. That is the only truth that we all live within.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. No, no, no. The truth of life is not your experience. A lot of people actually think the experience of the world is. Let me not drag flat earthers. The flat earth community has not done anything bad to me besides not knowing anything. We will like if you cannot read, saying I cannot read is correct because you can't. But to say everyone similarly situated like you cannot read is wrong. You would say most people similarly situated can't read based on the study indicating such, or you would say you can't read. Like, you can't just take your personal experience and try to generalize it. Absolutely not. Your experience, while true for you, isn't true for everyone else. And actually, your perception of your reality might not even be true for you. Like, no, this is not, no, absolutely not. No. A point off for Andrew Tate. Absolutely not. Go by.
You live within your truths. I live within my truths because these are the truths I've experienced as an individual. If certain things happen to you over and over and over and over and over again, but the truth on the internet says it's not true, that doesn't mean that your experiences are any less real. If you come here and say the internet says X,
your
especially after-
experiences can be real.
Okay, I'm gonna give Grace and give Andrew Tate back the point here, because I think what he's saying ultimately, how he got to his answer is just a bunch of nonsense. But ultimately, he's saying what you experience is true regardless of the stat. So if you are saying women, my wife or ex-wife is preventing me from seeing my child, and I'm trying, here are the paperwork, I filed for custody and I failed, and I'm continuing to try to get custody of my child, but I can't get custody because of the mother. That can be true for you, even if it is not true generally that men are trying to get their child. So I think his argument is terrible, but his conclusion is true. It is true. Your personal experience is your reality, and it does not matter that it is inconsistent with what the stat says is likely to be your reality. Fear. Still terrible argument, but the conclusion I can, yeah.
You can be a statistical anomaly, as a matter of fact. You can be.
Well, he doesn't get that point because Hassan just conceded it. Yeah, that would be a statistical anomaly.
Those people, but more often than not,
because I keep letting you talk and you're finishing your point and I'm trying to talk. So,
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to. The fact that you're going on the internet, finding some study and saying that this is the truth, especially after the age of COVID and all the fucking truth we were told with that garbage, you want to sit here and say, oh, the internet said X. I'm sure the internet did. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and some people agree with me and some people do not. That is perfectly fine. Don't give a fuck if people agree with me or otherwise. People are listening to me and they're either
I
agreeing
know,
with me
but
or
you're
not.
still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you? And
Prove to
then,
me I'm wrong.
well, if you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences, the entirety of the insurance industry that relies on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women, is a statistical likelihood that men are more dangerous drivers than women across the board and get into more car accidents across the board. If you're going to look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person. If everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside a fucking cave. As much as I love Liver King personally, I don't think that that would be a good planet to live on. I'm pretty happy.
I really hope this is not the entire debate. Why would you debate on whether or not to trust? All right, so the issue is if you're coming out and preaching something, you're preaching of the thing that you're preaching should be predicated on something. If Andrew Tate is saying my personal experience is enough for me to tell other people how they live their life, no, you're wrong. Like, no. Because if most people, if you're a statistical anomaly in the way that Hassan just explained, you preaching from your own personal experience and anecdotal experience, so to speak, is you misleading the masses. You need something else to back that up. Guys, is this, wait, so I've actually never sat down and listened to Andrew Tate. Is this how he argued? Wait, was this you asking? Yeah, this is what y'all are gonna be mad at me for. If I am juxtaposing Andrew Tate against Kevin Samuels in this arena was a better, in terms of logical conclusion, was better than Andrew. I'm just judging Andrew Tate by this. And I've watched hours of Kevin Samuels, who was also wrong. But this makes no sense. At least Kevin Samuels lied about the research. Like, at least Kevin Samuels lied about the research. Because Andrew Tate is like saying, I don't even care about the research. You can look to me and I can tell you about what life is going to be based on my own experience of life. Kevin Samuels misrepresented the Moynihan report. Kevin Samuels weaponized the feminazi sequence. Kevin Samuels talked about the color purpling of the Black community. He talks about his own experience with it, and then he talks about no research will provide that. That is a lie. Research contradicts what Kevin Samuels is saying, but at least he recognized that his personal experience is not generalizable. I've never heard, this is my bad, I've never heard Andrew Tate speak. I knew he had an accent. I've heard him here in the Eclipse, but like, girl, I'm not listening to an Andrew Tate. I'm not listening to an Andrew Tate. But this is, y'all are debating about whether or not it is more useful to use your personal experience or research when giving advice on. Wait. And this man, Andrew Tate, I don't care. Look at all the misinformation regarding COVID. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't care. So because of that, I can give advice based on my own personal experience, and I don't care about a research, even if the research directly contradicts my girl, period. And that's not on that. I can't believe these are the men leading men, period.
For, I don't know, all the medical achievements, all the scientific achievements that we have reached. And at the heart of all of that, all of those accomplishments lies an understanding of arriving at the truth through empirical evidence.
Yeah. Cool. In my personal experiences, all of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, all the negative experiences I've had on the road, women are at fault. That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that. I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal.
All right, haven't heard this, but I hope Hassan demolishes him with this. If all the accidents you have been in involved a woman, my very next question is, how many accidents have you been in with women? And I hope to God that it was the same woman that you are pluralizing. Because if you keep having accidents with women, plural, the problem might not be these women, it might be you. When you keep talking about at fault. No, if they're at fault, I'm gonna need to see these reports, because if you continuously have accidents with women, it might be you're the problem. Ted said he won't let women drive here. Okay, period. Thank you, Jay. That's so stupid. It's scary that his audience is getting bigger. He's been on Piers Morgan TV show. Oh yeah. I mean, this is ridiculous now. I wish he would come on this show and say some foolishness like that. All the accidents I've been in with women, I would literally set him up. I would say, but it can't be that many. Like probably one or two. And he's probably gonna build up bravado and say some foolish like, no, I've been in more than 2 car crashes with women. I'm like, okay, but it can't be more than 5. If you got more than 5, it's your problem. If you have more than 5 crashes with women, you're going to have to prove all them receipts to show where the insurance company and the police officer who investigated the crash said the women were at fault every single time. You've been in how many crashes with women? I hope it's the same women for your argument to be meaningful. I would never invite him on. Absolutely not. It's scary that his audience is getting bigger. I just read that. Every January, thank you so much. Let's continue. This man is a mess. Let's hear how Hassan responds. I hope you respond my way.
Personal experiences. You can drag up all the empirical evidence in the world you want to try and drag up. Anyone with a brain knows how that aids the world agendas anyway. I don't want to go too political on a stream that's going to get taken down. So I'm not saying that I can't find a female race car driver. I'm not saying that.
That's not what I'm saying either. I'm not talking about like statistical anomalies. I'm straight up talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that women are more careful drivers than men. Okay? And therefore better drivers than men. You keep resorting back to your personal anecdotes.
All right. So Hassan could not put that argument in front of me and win. I don't know the research on women driving. I actually don't. I saw them flashing across the screen and I didn't read any of them. But to say someone is a safer driver based on how many accidents and insurance report and willingness to charge lesser, that's fine. That's a good argument. It's solid. I could probably pick it apart if I cared. It's solid. But if you say they are better drivers based on the fact that insurance companies will charge men more and women less, you cannot make that conclusion from that study. So Hassan is incorrect here. Well, I don't know if he's incorrect, but he's using the research incorrectly, because that you are a better driver could be, this is not true, but it could be the reason you decide to drive quickly, fast, take more chances and get into more accidents, right? So while you might be better at driving, it doesn't mean you are a safer driver. Those are two very different things. So you cannot prove that women are better drivers based on a report where the insurance companies are saying they are safer. You have to define what it means to be a better driver, and then you have to show how the research would capture being a better driver. It obviously captures being a safer driver, right? Women are safer drivers because they get in less accidents. Now, there is some issues with that statement, but I think there is a kind of direct logical conclusion being drawn there. When you say they are better drivers, Hassan, that becomes a problem because your research doesn't show that. So I think he opens himself up just now by changing safer to better. And let's see if I've not seen any of this, so I don't really care. Let's see if Andrew Tate takes it.
So let me walk you through this, right? Do you agree that human beings have biases?
Yes. Do me a favor.
Okay. But hey, I respected your time. Do you want to answer my question? Do you believe that human beings have biases?
Absolutely. We're all biased.
Okay.
Completely.
Do you think that those biases might cloud your judgment?
It's not about clouding judgment.
Not just your own personal judgment. Do you think our biases might cloud our personal judgment?
but if you're safer, are you better? It depends on how you're defining better, right? So if we're saying, if I'm thinking about better, right? If you put two people in a car, well, let's not do that. That you are a better driver does not automatically mean you are a safer driver, right? Unless you're making better, safer intrinsic in better. Because you could be a better tennis player, but not sort of, I don't want to use safer, but not, you could be better than someone else at something, but decide to be reckless in doing that thing. It doesn't mean you are not better than that person. It just means that in the time where you get to do it, you decided to add some more stuff to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but on one hand, you can make the argument that for you to be a better driver, it also means you need to be a safer driver, right? But I would define better as being able to maneuver under various kind of circumstances, being able to get from point A to point B quickly in a rush. If you put two drivers, the first person to get to the end, like there could be all kinds of tests that you could define who is a better driver without adding safety to it, right? For me, if you want to say better driver, put them both in a race and get them, put all kinds of obstacles there and see who can make it through, right? That there are people crashing doesn't mean they are bad drivers. It does mean they're bad drivers. Like, I would prefer to normalize safer is better, right? Like, I would normalize that. But I can say technically, in terms of being able to drive, there might be techniques that makes you a better driver. All right, a great example. And better doesn't have to be subjective in this way, but if you are only driving an automatic, right? It doesn't mean you are a bad driver if you get into a stick shift and you crash. It might just be the kind of car you decided to drive, right? You could be better at driving than the other person, but the other person is driving auto while you're driving a manual. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm saying ultimately, period. What I'm saying ultimately is the research does not directly state what Hassan posited, but it looks like Andrew Tate is too far up his own to figure out that he had an out and he didn't take it. It doesn't look like he took the out. Yeah, the word better would need to be qualified. That was terrible. I'm not actually mentally invested in this, but I realize if I were in the debate with either of these people, it wouldn't end well for them. Because there is a very obvious out.
I think every single person on earth is biased and lives within a biased
Absolutely.
reality.
That's absolutely true. If you agree with me on both of those accounts, you understand that your anecdotes, your own personal accumulation of information, is going to be clouded by your own personal biases. So you're not going to be able to assess the information adequately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around our. Wait, let me finish. Come on.
I understand what you're saying.
This is precisely why we do that.
We went over the same point like 5 times here.
Everyone's saying kick you. You're long-winded the point. You're saying that empirical evidence is saying X, but it doesn't matter what my personal experience is. That's fine. My point is we change it. Let's say that the empirical evidence says that pit bull are allowed to bite you than a Dalmatian. In your life experience, every time you went near a Dalmatian, it bit you and a pit bull never did. Are you going to go up to a Dalmatian still completely and go, oh, it's fine, completely unbiased because the empirical evidence says X and you're covered in scars? No. You're going to say Dalmatians bite me for some reason, and I'm not comfortable around Dalmatians. That's called human nature.
Yes, your trauma and your personal triggers are important. So if pit bulls keep biting you, but the research says Dalmatian are the biting dogs, other dogs that generally bite people, no one, I hope Hassan would never argue that, oh, wait, yeah, you shouldn't care about your personal experience. You should still, as an individual, overcome your own psychology and go beside a Dalmatian or a pit bull. Forgot the statement. The issue here is that is fine on an individual level, but you don't get to go on the internet and tell everyone that this kind of dog is what will bite you when the research indicate that your circumstance is, in Hassan's word, an anomaly. Like you don't get, you can take it, you can even tell people that, hey, this is what the research says, but for me personally, going around, I get bite by the dog that they say won't bite me. Like you can do that. Like you can put your personal experience out there once you know that it is your personal experience, and you also know that it is not generalizable if it's directly contradicting with solid research. Well, let's see how Hassan takes this, because apparently he just missed an opening to attack. Like he literally just missed an opening.
So I'm telling you my personal experiences. I don't care. I understand your point. Empirical evidence says X. Women in this country can do X. I completely get that. Okay. It's also cool. You're only talking about America because you're American and you don't see outside of the world. That's fine.
I'm Turkish, actually. I grew up in Turkey.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the parking gets difficult, they usually ask the man to drive themselves. I know many women who do that. They're not offended by my assumption. I know loads of women who go, oh, I don't want to park, you park. Look, there's not a bad thing about it. Who gives a shit, right? It's not even a big deal.
You care. You can't say who gives or whatever when you're the one who say you are uncomfortable with women driving. You care. So saying there's some women who would do this, does that women are willing to make you drive at night? It's probably because okay, so these men think women aren't smart and women are not logical. But if you crash, guess whose insurance is going up? So if we know that at night it gets more difficult to drive and they decide, you know what, you drive at night, it feels like you're getting used. But that aside, putting all of that mess aside, that someone wants you to drive and you to take the lead because like your ego apparently can't really take much of anything. If I were with you, which would never happen, if I were a woman with you and I wanted to be with you, I know the way to your heart is your ego. Yes, I'm gonna let you drive at night. Like if your ego, it's very easy to understand where your positioning is. As a man, you need to lead and you need to take charge. Like, women are smart enough to know how to weaponize that against you. Like, I'm pretty sure women know, like, this man is trying to be macho and all of that. Let me just let him drive it. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, because, like, literally, his argument makes no sense. That someone makes you drive at night doesn't mean they don't know how to drive or that they're not a good driver or a safe driver. It just means they probably want you to drive. Girl, I'm tired. I don't want to drive. Go ahead and drive the car.
You've come on here deciding you really want to stick up for the chicks. Maybe, you know, one of them will drive over to your house. It's cool. We've got better things
I don't
to
think
talk about.
I look, let's be real. I don't think I need to be a male feminist to be able to attract women. Okay. However,
oh my God, I said this on the last live. Remember when Myron and DJ Academics were talking about how, oh, this is how men get women, blah, blah, blah. This is one of the reasons I'm glad that Hassan is attractive, because they can't use that against him. Like, I feel like this man can just choose not to be quote unquote a feminist or whatever, and he would still get women who want to be with him. So I love that this talking point does not work at all against him.
having said that, that was a funny implication. Having said that, you are failing to recognize what I am trying to say. I walked you through these steps slowly but surely. The thing is, the Dalmatian example that you gave is great, because you are creating now a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do the exact.
By the way, they can't drag his looks. I also love this too, by the way, because one of the things, like men online have been trying to figure out how to drag me, and they can't say, "Oh, you are a fruitcake." They can't say that while also saying, "I'm trying to get women." So they're trying to figure out my angle. You see these men bend into pretzels trying to figure out an angle. So sorry, it's not about me. Let's continue.
Exact same thing and say, well, in my personal experience, Dalmatians never bite, or pit bulls never bite, whichever one you thought was the more aggressive breed, right? In my personal experience, what if in a million times that I have bred pit bulls or been around pit bulls, not a single one of them has ever been aggressive? We will never be able to arrive at a meaningful solution or a resolution to this conversation if we're both operating on personal anecdotes and hypotheticals. That is not how you can conduct an appropriate debate.
Good. So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases, my personal experiences, and I say them. Some people disagree and some people agree, and I don't care. You now come along.
But you're still wrong, though, because I'm not operating on biases when I talk about women driving. I'm talking about the empirical evidence. I might have personally thought women are worse at driving than men as well. Once you arrive at, once you look at the evidence and you realize that said evidence suggests something else, you're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We went over this same point like 5 times, and I think we're just.
I know, but it's just weird because I can't break through Andrew's.
I understand your point. You're saying that
walls
even if I thought
here.
We're losing the girl.
No, exactly. I want to talk to her. He's saying even if I thought women were worse drivers, and I've seen empirical evidence, and I'm so smart, I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me.
That's not what I'm asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You believe what you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own ears. And that's we're going to sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google.
This is trash. This is trash. Like, this is not a debate. This feels like Hassan, a professor, is lecturing like a teenager who just bumped into a class on statistics. Like, the way I thought I was going to see some kind of like debate. This is not a debate. Like, Hassan isn't debating like at all. Like, it's just like, sir, there's something called stats, and then there are personal sort of anecdotes. Your anecdote can be a data point that contributes to a stat, but it itself does not become the representation of what happens generally if it contradicts the stats. Yes, you can talk about your individual experiences. You should not be giving advice from your individual experience if you are not looking into the stats, and particularly if the stats are in direct contradiction to your experience, like you are an anomaly. I can't. This is annoying me too. This video is less annoying than the one we were watching before because at least there's only 2 people talking. But oh my God, these comments running up. Let me stop. Let me just continue watching this.
Cool. If you believe everything.
Yes, I don't like dunking on people. And this is what, like, for me, Andrew Tate, like, I don't have sympathy for him. I don't know this man, but it's like, there's not a debate. He's just doubling down because his ego is bruised, and he's like, yeah, but my personal, I don't care. I like at the point you're throwing up your hands and you're like, I don't care. There's no debate. You just admitted that you don't care. And so in the you don't, like, I wanted more. I feel like we went over here and there's not much more. Oh, girl, yeah. Someone said, yeah. Stevenson thought this would be equivalent to you debating Mr. Let Go. It's not. It's not a debate. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I want to keep the energy up, but like I can't. Like I'm not very good. I've been trying lately to pretend like I'm okay with things. Like I'm not very good at controlling my face. I'm not very good at controlling how I feel. Definitely not good at controlling laughter. So like I apologize. The energy feels probably down, and it is down. Like I don't know what's happening. Like this is not a debate. Andrew Tate is saying I don't care. And he has a university or some foolishness, like not a university, but a class to teach men to be boys to be. I don't know, girl. I don't know.
Everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that makes you sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through, to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences. And you think
I'm
that
not
makes you
asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm
you're gonna
simply
be very
asking you to look at the data.
Let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay, Andrew,
Yeah.
do you believe? Oh, I didn't. You didn't really prove anything, but cool. Do you believe the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
Albie has his headphones on.
Oh, he took his headphones off.
He gets very stressed sometimes, and
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's important. You know, sometimes you can't take the heat. Sometimes you can't take the heat.
Wait, did these people around him say he gets very stressed sometimes? Wait, period. At this point, I am an alpha male. I am alpha. Did they just say he gets stressed sometime? This man is online throwing a whole tantrum. Not y'all out here being overly emotional.
Earth is spherical, round.
Albie has his headphones on.
Oh, he took his headphones off.
He gets very stressed sometimes, and
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. It's important. You know, sometimes you can't take the heat. Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you gotta get out of the kitchen a little bit. Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round, spherical?
Yo, this is my favorite part. This has to be. I feel like this should be cut. He literally one of these one had to come in and say, "Yeah, sometimes he gets stressed." I can't.
Globe. You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
Brother, and I
it looks flat, it feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is round?
Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal experience. What happened? Did you go up to the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Yeah, I flew up into space. I looked down on Earth.
Yeah,
I saw
that's crazy. Okay,
down there,
you don't have to.
look
Hey,
down there.
listen, you don't have to concede on that point, but I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific, the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or you know,
all our fun.
science.
I saw him there. I thought, wow, this guy, he's gonna ruin the stream. You had a hot chick. Now you're
did
here.
you? Is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like I
It's a
don't wanna
little-
argue
wait,
about
so what's
this
up? Is it a little bit more difficult when
All right, I'm back to liking Hassan. Here's why I like Hassan. Hassan does not care. He's just gonna keep going. I love that. I love a good troll. Like, no, you're silly. I'm going to show you you're silly, and we're going to continue. as long as they keep me on this stream, I will continue to prove to you that you're wrong and silly. And you can engage with me and I can decide to engage with you meaningfully. But until then, let the trolling, period. I actually do like the flat earth. I said that in the beginning. I didn't actually think he was going to do this, but I do like that kind of approach. I like that. Continue, sir. I'm here for this part of the stream because it's no longer a debate. Like, let's be clear, this was not a debate. This was not a debate, not even close.
I'm not like the traditional like SJW looking person. Is that why it feels like the stream is a little bit more ruined?
No, it's not difficult. As a professional, I'll tell you the conversation we just had.
Yeah, dude, you've been kicked in the face and stuff. Like, I'm sure you can handle little old me.
Exactly. So I'll tell you as a professional the conversation we just had. I said I am biased and I don't believe women can drive. That's my personal experience. I don't care if anyone agrees. You came along and said, don't interrupt me. You came along and said, no, that's not true because of the evidence. I came and said, I don't care about the evidence, my personal experience. You said, I also have personal experiences and we're all biased. I agreed. Then you said, even if I had personal experiences that said X, I would ignore them because the internet told me to believe Y. I believe what I'm told.
That's not what I said. I said that regardless of my own personal biases that I might have, evidence is still more important than my personal biases.
You guys are both talking at once.
It's boring, and you've lost, and it's boring. Let's just move on to the next subject.
Okay. So no, he's not wrong and he didn't lose. But I would tighten up my approach a little bit with Hassan and just say there is a difference between someone being believing what they believe and believing something that is wrong, right? If you believe women are bad drivers and you believe that because you've only met bad female women drivers, then you're wrong, but your personal experience is your personal experience, but you are objectively wrong. Now, if you are right, you are not right because you met all these bad women drivers who don't have enough time to meet all the women in the world, even if you might believe that, right? So the reason you are wrong is because you cannot generalize, but you can be wrong. Like, that's your belief, it is your belief, but you are incorrect. And even if you are correct, your reasoning would not be sound. And I think that I would have clarified. So I'm not saying you shouldn't believe what you want to believe. I'm saying I hope you know that your reasoning is flawed. And also there is, so even if you are right, your reasoning is flawed. But here are other research to indicate that not only is your reasoning flawed, your conclusion is also incorrect because there's research out there to invalidate what you personally believe. Now, again, keep believing what you believe, but know your belief is wrong. And period. And that's your thought on that. Now, my thing is it alpha to not be able to synthesize information because you're so emotionally invested in your position that you can't even see beyond your narrow worldview? Is that alpha? I didn't know that was alpha. I don't know about an alpha. So, like, I'm just asking. Hi, Themis. I absolutely love and adore you. And I want to join your membership so I can be part of the new Discord. You're going to start in January. Yes, I'm going to start in January. I'm meeting my moderators on January 8th. Right after January 8th, after I've discussed with them the approach, I will then post it in the community tab, and I'll give an email. This will not be related to the channel. I'm planning to give an email where you guys can tell me your Discord name, and my moderators and I can add you to the Discord that we are going to be creating. So you're going to have to do your Discord name and your YouTube name. Hopefully they're the same. If they're not, just let us know what your YouTube name is. We'll verify it. I'm not going to tell you how, and we'll verify it and then add you to the Discord based on the membership on YouTube. So thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to clarify. Thank you, the real KK. I just love Themis too. He's butter cook. Oh.
Is that what happens? You just say I'm boring and I lost, and then you win. Is that what it is?
Do a poll in the chat. If you won, then we'll continue to talk it. But I'm sure you've lost, and it's boring.
Okay.
And it's
Do you want me to leave the conversation that desperately, Andrew? It seems like you're running away a little bit.
No, we're just going in a never-ending circle.
Okay, yeah, we can move on from that. We can move on from the the importance of science and Andrew's personal biases. Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about the Hustlers University, whatever that is? Not in a promotional capacity. I know that like you're doing the rounds on Twitch, and I know that that's probably giving you a big boost. But I want to understand, because you are a businessman. I want to understand how you generate revenue. Is it okay to get this information for free, or do I have to pay $50 and then maybe get an affiliate link and get other people to also join, so I can make a 10% cut off of them also joining Hustlers University?
You can find everything on the website, and you can join if you want more information.
You don't want to share this information for free right now. You don't want to educate me on that.
I want to sit here and spend the next hour you trying to accuse me of some bullshit.
I'm not. I'm here to learn. Andrew, you are a brilliant mind. Maybe a little rattled from the numerous concussions, but brilliant nonetheless. So I want to hear more about your business strategy, if possible.
All right. It is official. I need to talk to Hassan. It is official. I need to talk to Hassan. Hassan, like Prince Petty, do my kind of trolling. Prince Petty's trolling is different, but I also like it. I like Hassan's trolling. I like someone who can, in your face, say what they mean. Now, obviously, I'm not about to do this because I'm not about to fight you in real life, and because I don't fight, I'm not a violent person. What I say online has to be in accordance with what I would say in real life. So, period. But I love to see this. So we need to spam Hassan. I don't know if he's on. Well, we need to spam him to let him know to come over here because I'm not going over there. But period. Y'all got Ruslan over here. You can get Hassan over here too.
It's quite interesting that people who are too scared to get in the ring try and make fun of people who have bravery. Try and make fun of.
No, I do think it's very brave. I do think it's very brave.
All right, so let's not detract the bravery of men who do things you're afraid of.
No. You are absolutely incredibly brave. You still might have CTE, but you are incredibly brave. I appreciate it.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. The point I'm trying to make is I know you want to sit here and talk about HQ and try and break it down, and you've prepared a bunch of notes.
I have no notes whatsoever. I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I'm simply here to learn from you.
Can we stop with the sarcastic shit and just have an actual
No, I'm
conversation?
literally, but that's the
Bro,
truth.
you're being so sarcastic, bro. Like, why are you being so sarcastic?
I'm not. I'm literally.
Bro, you
Oh,
just said
come
like
on.
10
Come on.
years
Come on. Come on.
sarcastic.
Come on. Come on. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, you're being sarcastic. Listen.
Hassan, please. It's pretty clear that I was the better Hassan. So
yeah, that's agreed. I agree with that one.
If you could just get out the call, maybe it would fix the stream.
I think so.
Would you guys, if you guys would like me to leave the call, I can do that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be rude.
I gotta get back to work.
I do not want to be rude, boys. This is your stream. Andrew, I'd love to talk to you in more detail if you'd like to. I hope that one day you can educate me on your revenue strategies. I mean, it does look a little bad.
You know when you're like losing when the people who are there with you, who are supporting you, trying to kick them away. It's like you got your section at the lounge or the club or whatever, and you have all these women, because that's the only reason you get sections at the club as a man. You got all these women in, and then this guy comes over, walks in, and all of the women are paying him attention, and you try to kick him out of the section. In this case, the audience, we are the women. Wait, is Hassan live? Isn't Destiny and Hassan like all-day streamers? Like, don't they do the... Let me stop, dude.
Bad though, if you feel as though I should leave the call because you feel like I'm overpowering you a little bit.
You should stay on the call. but I think you should be more socially aware.
I
and
am.
understand- Oh,
Is
no,
that a
no,
bad
I'm-
question? Do you
no,
not
no.
educate thousands
If
of
you
young men
interrupt
about your business
me-
strategies? I want to know more.
Okay, I want you to be more socially aware and understand that since you've joined the stream, everyone's begging for you to leave. The vibe's down, boring. It's late at night for me. I came here to.
I don't know where y'all got it was boring from. This is the most fun I've had the entire stream. In the words of Megan Thee Stallion, I can't do this on camera. So I have to take off the camera. I'm not putting my tongue out on camera. But in the words of Megan Thee Stallion, in the words of Megan Thee Stallion,
have fun. You're being boring. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're intelligent. No one thinks you're funny.
I don't think I'm cool or intelligent.
I think you're cool, intelligent, and funny. What is this? Yeah, don't look. This is why I don't trust these men online, because you're saying no one thinks he's funny, blah blah blah. I think this is funny. I don't know if I think Hassan himself is funny. I don't know him, but I think their situation is funny. The alpha man is crying online. The person who tells us women are emotional and men are logical are up here they're up here and can't even make a logical argument. Period.
Just have questions and you're not answering them for some reason.
No,
Why are we derailing?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're not the police. I don't have to answer.
No, not at all. No, I am not the UK police nor the Romanian one. I'm simply asking you questions about your business strategy, which you literally educate people on. I just want to know how you fucking how you do growth and revenue. Why can't I be a hustler? I want to be a hustler like you. I want to be a top G, a top bloke, a proper bloke.
You can find out more on the website. I would like the stream to get fun again. If you want to discuss,
You don't think your educational content is fun for people to consume?
I think everyone's saying read the chat. You guys read the chat on your stream.
You want me to leave that bad? I'll. If you want me to leave that bad, I'll leave.
You're just being. I mean, listen. I'm just a messenger, but you're just kind of like sarcastic.
I'm not. I'm literally not. I promise. I
Don't
swear
even
to
tell me
Allah that I want to
what
know.
You were just saying wasn't sarcastic. You can't even commit to that.
None of.
So this is I hate when people don't do this. This person up here, whoever he is a seemingly weak person, because he goes, I am not the person, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger telling you that other people are saying you're being sarcastic. And then he's doubling down on the fact that if you want to tell him that he's being sarcastic and you don't like it, do something about it. It's one of y'all stream. One of y'all can kick him off. I am sure that this stream right now that is happening is not Hassan's stream, right? So all of y'all saying, please leave, please leave. Y'all don't want him to go. Because if y'all wanted him to go, you can kick him off. You can kick him off, but y'all didn't do it. Because I know that y'all didn't go on his stream, and now y'all are telling him that he needs to leave his stream. So it must be one of y'all's stream. It must be one of y'all's stream. So who gonna kick him out first? There's a couple more minutes. So this goes on for a couple more minutes. Like, y'all can just kick him off. Apparently, y'all are not willing to do that. So y'all, is this the alpha? Is this the alpha? Y'all can't even come and say, like, if someone is on my stream being disrespectful, I will tell you, I think you are being disrespectful. I don't need to tell you that the chat thinks you're being disrespectful. Unless I'm about to say the chat thinks you're disrespectful, but I don't care. So you can stay on. Like, y'all play too much. Y'all play. Talking about, please leave, please. You can kick him out. Wait. To be fair, I've not been on Twitch. I feel like you can kick people and mute people on Twitch. Maybe you can't. It's giving very much psychic energy. Not even psychic energy, because at least Robin will start. At least Robin will fight. These people are not even willing to step into the arena. They're just on the outside talking about, hey, there are people out here shouting that you're being sarcastic. Can't even own it.
None of what I have mentioned is sarcastic. I truly would like to know more.
85% kick. 85%. No one thinks you're funny or interesting or witty. Your little comebacks, no one's interested in them. You haven't won anything.
It's okay. It's okay, Andrew. If you want, we can have a conversation again. We can have a conversation again in the future if you'd like. If you're brave enough, I guess.
HU has an affiliate program for people if they want to affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students making more than they invest each month. If they didn't make more than they invested, they wouldn't sign up.
So after you went on this long, 30 minutes long rant about how you don't have to talk about it, you don't have to do it, y'all are telling him he needs to leave, he still stood there, still dragged y'all in y'all's face, and then you turned around and explained to him what he asked you to explain to. He's the boss. Period. At this point, he is the boss.
On the educational platforms.
Are there multiple layers?
If you want to learn how to make some money yourself, if you want to join and have more information, it's all on controversies.com. You can find out yourself. If you're too cheap to pay $50, then you're broke. Nobody gives a shit what you think anyway. You've ruined the stream. Everyone wants you out of it. So either change tune and get with the program and be fun, or keep sitting there and talking sarcastic and really slowly and repeating yourself, talking about how you only believe what you see on the internet. No one really gives a fuck. It's boring. Let's move on to some fun. Let's get the tempo up. I just told you about Hate You. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on controversies.com.
It is. So okay, so it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms. But thank you. All right, whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm game.
You're welcome to affiliate anytime you like.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on because this dude is lame.
All right. Yeah, Hassan, I appreciate you coming on. We're gonna bring in another guest though.
All right, peace, boys. Have fun.
Good night.
Andrew,
Thanks for
I'm
coming
always open to talk to you, my friend, if you'd like to.
We'll have another conversation.
Good night. That was bullshit. I've never seen a man act so hysterical. I thought he was such a fucking big boy. What happened? That's crazy. What happened there? How are you gonna fucking talk so much shit and then cry like a baby? My man was in his fifties on that one. That was Andrew Tate. That's not good, brother. How hard are they dick riding him on stream right now? Let's hear. Oh man, wasn't that guy so fucking boring, right?
And then he thinks he caught me somehow, but really he just killed the vibe. I would have loved to argue with him, but he was so boring.
I'm not trying to like. I'm just gonna call out extremely dick riding, bro. Like he had the same thing 5 times in a row, bro.
Yeah, bro. I
had no clue what y'all were talking about. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, that is, dude, come on, brother. That is so funny. That is dick riding, homie. That is what you're doing. God damn, dude.
I can say that I truly appreciate this moment. I can really say that how do I put this? This group of men aren't going to change anytime soon. There is no amount of logic that is going to change these people's mind. There is no amount of talking to and empathizing with that is going to change people's mind. I know I don't have that capacity because this is for them to sit after he left, for them to sit around and just because what they did was they came and started helping him lick his own wound. After he got dragged, right, he no longer want to talk. Even one of the guys said, oh, he has to take a moment now because like when he gets worked up, he has to go he has to go in the corner and get into his fetal position and rock himself out of it and then come back, right? So they know. And so Hassan leaves and they all just rushed over to him and they just start helping him licking his wound. They know. And the fact that you know he got dragged and y'all's excuse for ending the conversation, right? Your excuse is, oh, it got too boring. No part of that. The first part was boring, but I promise you it wasn't boring. The only reason it was boring for me is because you were getting dunked on. That's the phrase, right? When someone is demolishing someone else, it's getting dunked on. Yes, I'm sure. You were getting dunked on, and that it is. All right, let me find one more. I saw something about a Candace Owens debate. Hassan, you are the man. You are absolutely the man. Let me skip through. All right, this is not a debate. It looks like he's just reacting to Candace Owens. Oh God, let me hear what he. The thing is, I already know this. So if I'm a good enough interpreter of people, Hassan is not going to be willing to describe the Black community in any negative way, and he's going to individualize. Candace Owens is willing to disparage the entire community in an effort to uphold, look, I don't care, white supremacy. So I feel like I shouldn't react to it. I shouldn't watch this. I'm going to, but I feel like I shouldn't. The reason I feel like I shouldn't is I'm going to be placed in a very awkward situation. But I'm willing to be placed in that awkward situation because I want to be honest. And that honesty, how do I put this? That honesty comes at a cost. And I'm willing to pay the price for my own honesty. Because I know they're talking about Megan Thee Stallion because I saw part of Candace Owens' video. And I was going to react to Candace Owens' video because I kind of agreed with her. Hassan cannot fully agree with Candace Owens. He can't. He literally cannot fully agree with Candace Owens on her take because Candace is going to blame the individual at every level. And unfortunately, it feels like Hassan is going to blame systemic issues. That is going to be his position. The two, while inconsistent, they agree on the result of this case. And so it's really awkward. I'm going to do it. Let's do it. No, I'm going to do it. The reason I'm going to do it, the reason I want to do this one is because I feel a lot of discomfort. And this allows me to be honest in real time. Themis, this is how it is on this panel when you have Black men and have to teach them logical deduction, how to interpret stats and why their argument don't make. Part of why I feel the way that I do about this is because it felt like we've had the same conversation. Remember, a gentleman came up here and he was like, he is connected to Black people spiritually, so he doesn't need stats. Y'all remember that foolishness? Oh my God, y'all remember that foolishness? Thank you, Maya. Yeah, no, that's why I empathize with him. Did I say he was a Democrat? I don't know if I said that. Look, someone said he's a socialist, not a Democrat. Well, he can't be that much of a socialist buying $1 million home. I should. Let me stop. Look, I was trying to look into him online, and let me be fair. Everything that I saw, I like this person. I do like this person, but like it's usually like people who claim to be socialists are it's kind of awkward because like I would expect, and maybe I'm wrong. So if I talk to him, this is something that I would ask him about. Do you believe, if you're a socialist, because I need to ask him if he's a socialist, do you believe as a socialist that you also have a responsibility to operate in a very specific way, or can you act as a capitalist would because you're in a capitalistic society, right? He admits to being dragged. Yeah, I mean, I would like to talk to him actually. Twitter ate Hassan up for buying that house. No, I was looking into him, and that was one of the first things that popped up, and I was like, period, because you know me, I'm all about luxury. So I'm not opposed to him buying his house. It felt odd with his political philosophy. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he thinks the government should do it and individually we can do whatever we want. But then what would the social responsibility be for individual in this world? Like, it's inconsistent. You're not going to convince me it's not inconsistent, but I would want him to talk to me about it. All right, let's get into it. Let me move the scroller back some.
What is this?
Horror.
Megan Thee Stallion is credibly accused Tory Lanez of shooting her in the foot. She turned down hush money and has been stabbed in the back by her friends.
Absolutely not. Let's get into the after show with this. Oh, he's not? Yeah, period. Everyone, I think anyone who pretends like they're always on one accord and they don't have conflicting ideas, I don't believe them. So if he recognizes it, then that's actually good. Like, I like people who will openly admit, like, hey, this is what I believe, but there's also a part of me that believes this. Like, I do that too. When it comes to systemic racism and individual responsibility, this is probably why I don't want to react to this. I have a huge conflict, like a personal conflict, because I know systemic racism exists and I would much rather talk about that, but I'm not about to do that with men online doing what they're doing. It's not going to happen. Not anytime soon, at least. But I can do both. And I've tried to do both. I've talked about the prison system ad nauseum. ZZ said 2 hours and 30-minute mark. Thank you. We're going to watch the last thing and then I'll end it. I may or may not be back tomorrow. Girl, I'm on vacation. I thought everyone would be taking vacation the week leading up to the New Year's, but none of my friends did it. Everyone is just like, girl, these bonuses. I was like, girl, I worked all year. I don't need this week for bonus. Like, if I needed this week for a bonus, I wouldn't have worked this year.
Instead of getting shower with support, Megan was mocked. I can't imagine what it would be like in her position. Wait, Candace Owens is like defending Megan Thee Stallion? What the fuck is happening? Ben Shapiro is like criticizing Elon Musk for his like erratic and stupid behavior. Candace Owens is defending Megan Thee Stallion when she got shot in the foot. What is happening right now? The Daily Wire. Actually, what's happening? Why are they actually like lately coming across normal?
An artist named Megan Thee Stallion. Now, you, if you listen to my podcast, probably don't also listen to Megan Thee Stallion. In fact, if you don't know who
I forgot that Candace Owens dragged Megan Thee Stallion in the beginning before she went into her defense. She dragged her. And I think she did this because she needed to keep her audience on her side. And I probably should leave this for tomorrow. Nah, I started. Instead of just going in and defending and talking about it, she had to drag her first to remind her audience that she on their side. Look, I have learned my lesson. I came on here swinging about fathers and sons, and y'all dragged me in the chat. But no, I will not be prefacing anything in the future. Y'all gonna stay dragging me, because when I feel a way, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna say how I feel, and y'all can drag me in the chat. That's fine. That's our relationship. But I'm not about to do what Candace Owens just did. It's not. Let me warn you, it's not gonna happen. Like, I'm not coming on here and be like, oh my God, we know men are bad, blah, blah. No, I'm just gonna go into what I want to go into. And Little Romeo was still wrong.
who she is. She is one half of the now infamous WAP song with Cardi B. I find the song to be derogatory. I find it to be disrespectful and degrading toward women, right? Reducing women to their body parts. And you guys know that I don't support that kind of music. I want to be very clear about that. But what happened and what is playing out with Megan Thee Stallion in her real life, not in just her performance life, is one of the most hideous things that I've ever seen. The fact that the person that is behind this has not been canceled is incredible to me. Megan Thee Stallion was dating a rapper.
This is shocking. Why is Candace Owens right on the Megan Thee Stallion thing? What's
named
going on?
Tory Lanez. And one night they went to Kylie Jenner's house for a party. And this was a fun pool party, and everyone had a great time. And people
She's like, I was not invited, which is
were
fucked up.
drinking, and there's no question after having read the story that Megan Thee Stallion was drinking. In fact, people say she's known Megan Thee Stallion to get a little rowdy when she drinks. Well, I would argue.
Is there anything we can do to help get Hassan on? Not this year, but next year we're going to be strategic about this. We're definitely going to get him on. So I will try to figure out when he goes live. I don't even know. I don't think he goes live on YouTube, actually. Never mind. We're not going to do it because I'm not about to go on Discord. So not Discord, whatever streaming software they're using. There's too much happening. So we might not. But if he goes live on YouTube, then it would have been easy to just go spam his chat. But yeah, no, I'm not about to get on Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, Twitch. Yeah.
That Megan Thee Stallion's also rowdy when she's sober. You got to be a little rowdy to produce a song like WAP, but that doesn't matter whether or not she was
Yeah, dude, totally. It's so rowdy to make a song.
drunk. It doesn't matter how much she was drinking. They left the party, a driver, Megan Thee Stallion, her.
No, don't pick a fight. I actually like him. I haven't disagreed with his take. I'm pretty sure I'm about to disagree with his take right now. Like, we'll see. The thing is, they both agree, but I know him. I know Candace Owens. Candace Owens is going to go ham on the group intraculturally. He is not about to do that. Like, I know he's not about to do that. So I want to see where he pushes back. We are all malfunctioning off of Candace's sudden moment of, yeah.
Best friend, a young woman named Kelsey, and her boyfriend, Tory Lanez.
Yeah. Candace Owens be like, it's really fucked up that women are talking about their vaginas. That's not very feminist of them. Also, simultaneously, they should not be able to get an abortion. The duality here. Oh my God. Also,
That claim is inconsistent. Saying it's atrocious that women are talking about this and saying they shouldn't be able to get an abortion aren't like that. Holding both positions isn't mutually exclusive. Like, you can hold that. I think they're wrong. Anywho, I don't know. Like, I don't think those are true mutually exclusive positions. Like, they're not conflicting. Like, you can hold both of those.
So yeah, even when defending Megan, she is being so nasty. Holy shit. She's so rowdy and disgusting. I would never listen to her music, right?
And a fight, okay, between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez breaks out in the car. Megan asks to get out of the car. The driver pulls over. Megan gets out of the vehicle, alleges, there's a lot of evidence showing that this is exactly.
Thank you, Concern. She said we're all malfunctioning from Candace's sudden moment of clarity. Yeah. She's hot, though. I don't generally use hot to describe women, but I do think, I don't know who you're talking, but if you're talking about Candace, I think she's beautiful. I've always maintained that. I also like her style. Like, her aesthetics is very good. Whoever put it together, if it's her team, they're very, very good. It's very clean. It's like period. I wouldn't model my daughter's aesthetics off of Candace Owens, like just physically, not her mental. Like, absolutely not.
What happened? That Tory Lanez whipped out his gun and said, "Dance," and began.
Okay, everything she said is correct. I just want to know what the goal is. Okay, why? Why is she defending? What's the angle?
What happens next?
Oh yeah. So, by the way, I love clothing, fashion, and all of that. So let me just say that do you guys know Ralph Lauren? Obviously. Ralph Lauren's preppiness, the Dark Knight, which is like Batman, like kind of gothic approach, and then add to film noir to it. The brightness comes from the Tommy Hilfiger preppiness. So like bright, Put that all together, and that is my aesthetics. that is my aesthetics. Ralph Lauren with Dark Knight Gothic feel, The Ring, and film noir, just like clean, sort of professional. Put that together, and you have me. Aesthetically.
Well, there's a lot of speculations, articles ran, people didn't know what happened. But I'll tell you what happened online. Megan was mocked by women and men alike, particularly in Black culture. You're not seeing a bunch of people that are calling out Tory Lanez for this violence. No, what happened was Tory Lanez.
Oh, she's gonna say black people are violent and they don't care about black on black crime, and the media loves talking about Black Lives Matter, but they're so disinterested in black on black crime that even when a high profile black.
Wait, why is he saying it like this? I don't. Why are you? Why are you? Are we going to pretend that the media doesn't intentionally avoid crime intraculturally when it comes to Black people, intraracially? Like, why are you saying it as if we are ignoring the reality of the media bias? The media bias, and particularly around election season. But to be fair, I don't think he can say the opposite. And if I am being 100% honest, I would feel some kind of way if he tried it. Girl, what is a white man to do? Because I would definitely feel some kind of way if he tried it. Wait. This is why I didn't want to do this. It's called Dark Academia. We need a lookbook. Period. I need to look this up. I don't know what this is, but I need to look it up. So Hassan is going to blame system, as I predicted. Hassan is apparently right now ignoring the fact that the media refuses to highlight what is happening intraracially, like absolutely. Even Black Femicide, the article was written in such a way where the author admits that it's very difficult because it takes away from like Black men being gunned down. I don't like this.
Celebrity shoots another high profile.
I say that knowing that had he come out and just say, oh my God, Black people are violent. Yeah, no, I would have a problem with that. Because you're not about to sit up here and ignore systems. I can do it, but you're not about to do it. So I am biased, and it's unfair. And what is a poor white man to do? I don't know, because I feel like this is the safest way for you to go. Because I would have a problem if you came out here the other way and ignored the system. Wait, period.
A Black celebrity, they don't fucking cover it because it's not, in line with their agenda. Oh my God, dude. That's the angle. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that.
Megan's testimony, she is.
And then maybe she'll turn around and say like Black people have a no snitching culture, which is bad or something.
Now
probably.
on trial for this, right? Actually doing the right thing and testifying against him. He offered her and her friend Kelsey $1 million apiece. Why? Because Tory Lanez is from Canada. And if he is found guilty, not only will he serve time in prison, but he is also likely to be deported back to Canada. He doesn't want that to happen because he's a successful rapper. He offered them money and she refused that money, rightfully refused that money. This woman is a victim. Something happened in that car. I don't think she shot herself in the foot and decided to go to the hospital. But it's amazing what then transpired, right? Because of this, let's call it no snitching culture, maybe. Stitches get, stitches get, stitches. Give me all the stitches because let this happen to me. I am stitching. It's horrific.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, all right. It's so funny that, like, even when you're fucking even when she has, like, the correct take at certain parts of the story, like, she's on the correct side at least. Candace Owens and others like Ben Shapiro, like, they still cannot just be normal about it. Like, they can't. They have to turn around and be like, you know, "These are the real problems that I'm going to infer out of this story about, misogynoir," or, like, even when you talk about the media being racist, like, there is truth to that. Like, it is kinda weird that the media is not covering this Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez story, okay? Like, there is truth to that. Why is the media not covering it overall, okay? It's odd. I talked about that as well. I talked about how, like, the predominantly white mainstream media is not covering the story, and I find that really strange. Now, having said that, my reasoning for that is not going to be that, like, the media cares only about Black Lives Matter because they can advance this, like, homo communist global homo agenda or whatever the fuck.
Violence. Okay. So
He didn't answer the direct question. You can have concerns about why the media isn't covering this specific case, but the issue is the media doesn't seem to want to cover most cases about Black intraracial violence. That's different. So he kind of weaseled his way out, which smart, I guess, smart.
So what happens next is that her friend Kelsey turns on her. Kelsey, who was in the car, Kelsey, who said 911, he just shot her, now doesn't recall anything. And when Kelsey took the stand and testified in the trial, Kelsey basically, to sum it up, I don't recall, I'm not sure. I guess her memory has gotten fuzzy. Maybe she accepted the $1 million somehow, or maybe she's thinking, I'm in the rap world where it matters for me to say that I keep my mouth shut because that's culturally cool and that's culturally relevant. What's actually happening is a horrific form of hatred toward her former friend.
I mean, she's not even wrong about that, low key. No, she's not wrong about that. Like, the other victim, Kelsey, not coming out after she originally offered testimony does have, in some respects, not anything to do with, like, Black culture or not pinching or anything, which, you can describe as being Black first and wanting to protect yourself from, like, police violence and wanting to protect a Black man from police violence even after they shot you, okay, which is what Megan Thee Stallion said as to why she didn't call 911 when she was shot. The justice system is unfair against Black men. That's why when the cops first showed up, Megan
Let him read this first.
said she stepped on glass. She didn't want Tory to get shot or even go to jail at first. Yeah, she defended him when the cops showed up. Megan is an angel and doesn't deserve the shit is 100% true. The second part that she's talking about as far as, like, uh, Kelsey not coming out any longer or offering no testimony and pleading the fifth now, despite the fact that she already offered testimony and, like, and talked about everything, or can be tied back to her own personal interest, whether it be her relationship souring with Megan Thee Stallion. She doesn't want to come across like a snitch attacking a,
Nah, 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 no. Nope. You don't get to pretend. Let's not call it Black culture. Let's call it hip hop culture. You don't get to pretend that there is not a no snitch rule or a culture of no snitching, particularly in hip hop culture. You don't get to do that when we just watch. I don't know which one came first. I apologize. But at least you were educated, if the other stream came after this, by the DJ academics of the world and the Fresh and Fit podcast of the world. You were educated, hopefully, that there is in fact a thing about the quote unquote no snitch culture. DJ academics, who for all intents and purposes is deeply invested in the hip hop community, pointed out that snitching would get Tory Lanez rejected from the hip hop community, and therefore there is a no snitching rule within the hip hop community. If you don't want to extend it beyond the hip hop community, fine, but don't sit up there and pretend like oh my God, I'm defending Candace Owens. What is this world? I feel like I should stop, but I won't. There is a no snitch culture. Like there is. It is toxic, it is disgusting, but it exists. And no, it is not an individual problem, it is a cultural problem. To pretend like this is just one person who decided not, who is like no snitching, and it's like an anomaly in your words, Hassan, is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. There is a no snitch culture. I know you don't want to say it because that sounds like an indictment on a culture, but go ahead and indict. Well, you might not want to go ahead and indict it, but there is a no snitching. There is a no snitching rule. And let's not just say Black culture, let's just limit it to hip hop culture. Let's limit it there then. Fine. Look, after hearing Kodak Black Inaudible Dusty Rant and Akon's Dusty Rant, we all need a period, Tiara. We definitely do. Look, someone said terrific. Look, I hate that I'm in this position. Very much this. This is probably why my channel is going through ebbs and flows. There are people who are like unsubscribing and then subscribing, and then I say something else and then they unsubscribe and then they resubscribe, because I'm not about to sit here and lie. And sometimes it's conflicting because, like, no, I don't agree with Candace Owens generally, but here, yes, I agree with Candace. She's going overboard and she's using this to push an agenda. This is sad, but it doesn't mean she is wrong about a culture that is protecting people or promoting no snitching to protect degenerate people. Nah, Hafif, Hassan, sorry, no, nope, no. I know what you're doing. I appreciate it, but absolutely not. It's high time we stop covering people and we start exposing the bad parts of the culture and clean it up. Because when we hid it, when we hid this, it didn't change. It got worse. It festered. So now we're going to expose it. Let it breathe. Give it some oxygen. Hopefully it kills the germs. I feel wish he was Hassan. I think, period.
Attacking a now beloved figure who everyone used to clown on, by the way, a now beloved figure because he shot a superstar Black artist. Like Tory Lanez is not a beloved figure because of his 2016 hit. He's a beloved figure now, specifically because he shot Megan Thee Stallion. Insane. Anyway, he's
drag them, Hassan. Drag them. Period. Drag them.
Not beloved, Lamau. I know, but like there are people who act like he is a good artist.
Because snitches get stitches. Or
he said there are people who act like he's a good artist. Why is this man dragging us? Period. All the points he lost, he just got it back with that pettiness. Period.
Something, right? Right? No one's showing up. Nobody's saying anything. So now this case has essentially become Megan Thee Stallion's word against Tory Lanez's word. And culture likes Tory Lanez. I haven't seen demands for this man to be canceled. I cannot imagine being
this is a complex question. Do you think it's his place to speak on Black culture? Would it start to help as a whole? I am not sort of a purist in this sense. Like, I don't think that it's I don't think we should be excluding other people from discourse around Blackness, because I think when we start gatekeeping that way, it becomes a problem. There are certain tables within the barbecue that you don't go to. And if you are there, how do you engage? I probably shouldn't say barbecue because ain't nobody invited there, girl. But I don't think it's wise to exclude people we share space with from communicating about the community. that being said, even if we want to, I don't care if you're ally or you're not. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't. I remember, what's her name? I remember Deanne, who came on, and she was like, how are y'all going to say people should not speak on this Black issue while we are speaking about Black issue on white people's internet, right? Like, I mean, it's Beyonce's internet, but YouTube and all these platforms aren't Black owned. So we can't even have a conversation outside of the platform given by white people. So it's a very odd thing to try to limit the conversation or who gets to participate in the conversation when we literally don't even have the power to do it. On a moral level, I do think that if I fundamentally believe, which I do, that if you see bad things happening, it is your duty to help or prevent that bad thing from happening to the extent that you can without harming yourself. Because I hold that to be true, I think it is everyone's duty to speak when there is negativity happening, regardless of what community it is happening in. Look, if y'all think I don't talk, if there were like white content creators online doing things that I find repulsive and interesting enough to talk about, I would. But the reality is there isn't, so I don't talk about it. No, I think reframing this question to say, would I bring Black issues to a predominantly white space to be discussed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And woe to the Black person who does that. I don't think that is appropriate. I think Black voices are important, but I don't think your identity makes you an expert on a subject. And I don't think your identity removes you from conversation about a subject, be that sexuality or race. So that's where I draw my line. But again, will I take Black issues to a white platform and discuss with mostly white people, Black issue? Absolutely not. What we're going to talk about, if we're talking about white people over in a white space, is probably white supremacy. Like, how are we, like, part of the people who benefit and engage and are prioritized in a system of white supremacy? Yeah, you get to talk about Black people. You also get to talk about how you either contribute or not contribute to it. Like, reparation doesn't come without white people's involvement. Like, not for me, but like for ADOS, I guess. But I don't know how you can say they're excluded. I mean, sure, it is what it is. Say they're excluded. I think Black people have a responsibility to hold people accountable when they engage in certain conversation, but I don't believe that white people are removed from the conversation. Even if you believe that their experience in the conversation is to quote unquote cut the check, that is them being a part of the conversation. And if you say, oh, don't say anything to me, just cut the check, then period. But I believe that we can engage in discourse. Just know that white supremacy is going to come up, and what that means is going to come up, and it's not going to be comfortable for you, because I'm not going to a white space to talk about intraracial violence unless I'm trying to figure out how you can help me there. I'm talking to you about things I think you can help with, and what you can help with currently is white supremacy. So that's that on that. I hope that makes sense. Oh, she said that makes sense. Okay, good. Thank you. Let's continue. Oh, before we continue, if you disagree with me, that's fine, by the way. Like, again, I welcome this agreement. If I had the time or patience, I would like have a discussion about this. But please feel free to drag me in the chat, throw some tomatoes so I can see you, and the next time I will add you so that we can talk about it respectfully.
Megan the Stallion in this moment. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine having suffered something so obviously traumatic and being surrounded by absolute vultures.
There's still motherfuckers in the chat saying he didn't shoot her. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. He's gonna get away with it, isn't he? No, dude. What the? No, he's not gonna get away with it. He's actually gonna see punishment for it. And what's gonna end up happening is people are gonna say Tory Lanez is a hero that was falsely accused because the criminal justice system is racist against black men. Which, by the way, the criminal justice system is racist against black men. Except in this circumstance, you know.
Exactly, London. Black people do not listen nor take direction from one. Look how Hafiz has become a whole new man after Jordan Peterson talked to him. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm petty.
It's not because Tory Lanez is not being falsely accused of a crime. Okay, I've never seen a instance where literally victim is like, this person shot me. There's bullets in her fucking body, and yet people still are like, nope, don't believe her. Shut the fuck up, bitch. That's crazy. Okay, don't ban me, but I'm pretty sure he's not getting convicted. He may have shot her, but there's too much reasonable doubt. It is fucking insane that there's reasonable doubt in this situation. It is literally the most open and shut case. The only reasonable doubt is misogyny. That's it. Misogynoir. That's it. There's, depending on what that jury looks like, the reasonable doubt in that situation is Megan's a woman, so we might not believe her, actually. That's it. Kelsey shot Shorty, ain't gonna lie. You know he ain't gonna go to jail, right? If Tory Lanez doesn't get any fucking criminal punishment.
You know what's funny? Watching these men in the chat twerk and be so mad with him and talk about how Tory's not gonna go to jail and ha ha ha. To look back at this right now and realize that he was convicted. Period. This makes it that much funny. You should have kept your, not him, the people in his chat, they should have kept their opinion to themselves.
From this circumstance, trifecta. So part of the reason why.
All right. Well, I didn't realize he stopped responding to her. But I guess I didn't do that poorly. I thought he would do more, but I actually do really like Hassan now. Like that, because I thought he was going to put me in a very awkward position, but he didn't. He even admitted that the media doesn't cover certain things, and he was using only the Megan Thee Stallion example, but he should have broadened that. His unwillingness to acknowledge the no snitch culture. This apparently came before he spoke to DJ Academics, because at this point, the people in his chat did not know that Tory Lanez was going to be convicted. So the conviction didn't happen here yet. So the conversation with DJ Academics obviously happened way after this or after this. So hopefully now he can go back on the no snitch culture, because all three men, Fresh Fit, whichever one is whichever, and DJ Academics all told him about the no snitch culture. So now he should know about the no snitch culture. So that's that on that. Wait, what? Isn't his name DJ Academics? Look, it's not spelled like that. It's spelled with a K, but I definitely have been calling him DJ Academics. If it's not his name, I'm not about to change my opinion. That's what he's going to be called for the rest of my life, at least, because I thought it was DJ Academics with a K. So that's that on that. How about tomorrow we won't do any real topics, because I realize people want to talk. And I've been just it's 3 hours now. Zizi's probably mad because she's been trying to keep me on task. So tomorrow we are going to open the panel up and we can talk about whatever we want. Yeah. So think about what you want to talk about tomorrow, and we'll open the we will. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because I realize I realize that I haven't been opening the panel up, and I do like the panel being open. So we might not have a lot of people tomorrow, for warning, but I will try to get through as many people talking as I can. If I find some subjects that I want to, there is 2 things that I want to talk about, but I will hold them. If more things pop up, I might do like a 30 minutes of like talking before. I know y'all are annoyed with me. And then I'll open the panel up and we can talk. And then Friday. Was he even charged with shooting someone or just assault, negligence, possession, firearm while a fellow? Because even with reasonable doubt, none of those require him shooting her. The assault with a deadly weapon is what you're talking. It would be him shooting her. I put up the let me pull them up. I put up the, for this reason, I put up the, what do you call this thing? I put up the charges. Here they are. Oh, Tam put happy holidays. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Y'all are too kind. Y'all are too kind. I appreciate that. Thank you, and happy holidays to you. If that was a mistake and you meant to put $1, please email me and we'll talk to your bank. All right, I have to go, guys. Assault with a semi-automatic firearm. Yeah, this is the first one of the first is that. So it wasn't attempted murder or anything like that, but it was assault with a semi-automatic firearm. So yes, he was charged with that. All right. I feel terrible now because Tom just donated $100. I don't know what to do. I feel like I should. This is me dancing. Not me being a busker. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate you guys. I know the YouTube streets have been dry, so hopefully this is an oasis in the desert of nothingness. I'm kidding. Not me dragging. Other content creators are gonna come drag me now. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Tom, I am going to have to remember to like add you tomorrow. Please come through tomorrow if you want and join the panel, and we will discuss why you donated this much money. I do appreciate it. Have a wonderful night. Bye.